I've been trying to cut her off, I don't know how many times. Playing hard to get, now she passing me by. It's hard for me to understand, we used to flirt all the time. Out here doing dirt, cause I'm trying to shine. I put my name on the shirt to show I'm out on the grind. Manipulating words, you can tell I'm refined. Trying to find whatever works to get you out of my mind. You know I take you back, just give me a sign. Now, I ain't blind to the facts. I know you got me wrapped around your finger. In the background like a singer, or else on the side like a beater. Heartfelt anytime I feature. It's a lot deeper than the bottle or that big bag of reefer. She like to party, you know, I ain't a preacher. Might be in the lobby, smelling louder than a speaker. Peek around the corner, hope we get a chance to meet her. Mix and mingle, maybe even put our feet up. Then figure out the type of chemistry we got between us. Needless to say that it's the worst kept secret. And now I'm sick and tired of getting the silent treatment. I wonder why you won't show me no love. Why you won't show me no love? I wonder why. I wonder why you won't show me no love. Why you won't show me no love? I wonder why. Had me nervous, so I worked on my delivery. Now the purpose is to get you to remember me. Feels like a burden how I'm using all this energy. Running back to you like a chemical dependency. I guess I tend to treat you differently. Hoping that you'll do the same for me eventually. Harsh realities led to this epiphany. Should've seen how my POV changed instantly. Instead of dissing me, fronting like you're missing me, milking me, spinning me around like rotisserie for the recipe. I had my life in jeopardy, then I recognized the jealousy that affected me. Came to your defense even though you lack respect for me. So never talk about chivalry is dead to me. You can't appreciate life's simple pleasantries. Too much of a gentleman or moving too sexually. Mixed messages you send out intentionally. Start to feel a little tingle when she's tempting me. Hate to say it, but it feels like she's tempting me. Now it's sad watching her get passed through the industry. I wonder why you won't show me no love. Why you won't show me no love? I wonder why. I wonder why you won't show me no love. Why you won't show me no love? I wonder why.
on the track. Rated R. It's the effing. When the chickens come home to roost, and the truth didn't know who owned the juice. They been lurking when we were in the studio working. The first things for sure, second things for certain. On the track for the hurting, punchlines landed, highs an epic height while my eyes stay slanted. Still taking for granted, damn hill boys harder than granite. That's just keeping it candid. The end justifies the means. Hear the way the story's told justifies the scream. Get an in-depth look from behind the scenes. How we make this dope music, we provide the fiend. When it's all said and done, we knew composition was none. Lambs led and slaughtered, if opposition would come. The composition I strum comes from every hood in the city and every school of hard knock alums. When the smoke clears after the bread is broke, unknown is known, unsaid is spoke. You could be the judge of it, we only did it for the love of it, for the love of it. When the smoke clears after the bread is broke, unknown is known, unsaid is spoke. You could be the judge of it, we only did it for the love of it, for the love of it.
Only thing they could break down is marijuana. I left the corners and started crossing the borders, traveling over waters, gain exposure without performing. You're only in it for the moment, you're of no importance. Take offense, but I'm known to state the obvious. Learn the hard way, I had to suffer every consequence. Give a damn about what you think, save your compliments. Go Duke blue in the face, lose consciousness. From negatives, I take the positive. Once you put it out, there ain't no stopping it. But I'm not seeking dominance. Prominent voice captures my audience. I used to give my all to be a part of this. Now it's just apocalypse, Babylon of politics. Lacking common sense, and it all sounds monotonous. How they just forgot that it was all about the effing. It's preposterous. Claim to be incontinent, more like incompetence.
When the smoke clears after the bread is broke, unknown is known, unsaid is spoke. You could be the judge of it, we only did it for the love of it, for the love of it. When the smoke clears after the bread is broke, unknown is known, unsaid is spoke. You could be the judge of it, we only did it for the love of it, for the love of it.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
B-Dub Beats. Whether you're in the mood for romance or an intimate night of fondling and hardcore fucking. If you're into water sports, this is the soundtrack for you. Let your stream of conscience flow as you rock over B-Dub Beats. Cause you know you want it bad as I do. B-Dub Beats. Light her ass up. She said her shoulders hurt, but those B-Dub Beats were playing. Oh man, some things are worth pulling out for, like B-Dub Beats. Here are the beats that made Florida Evans drop the punch bowl.
Damn! Fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
North Carolina is my home, here where the Smokies rise.
And we're live.
Hello.
What up?
Back in effect. It is the FM podcast. I am B-Dub.
I am Kelly Joe.
Branson.
Hassan Alpha Dog, woof woof.
Buddha, 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 Buddha.
And it is a very wonderful Saturday evening.
It's
We are joining you again.
Got the whole crew here.
FM Podcast 919. My apologies. Thank you for correcting me.
And
guess
this
what?
is the show where you are the birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. The damn kid struck again. These damn kids struck again. First it was 6'7", now you're the birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
We are celebrating Kel's 58th birthday. How old are you?
I don't mind saying it. I'm 43 years old, y'all.
Kelly is 43.
You look good. You
Young
look
and
good.
tender.
Like, you look good.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with our customary shout-outs. We are going to give a shout-out to Eighth and Fancy.
Shout out.
Shout out.
For all of your
shout
adult
out.
beverage snacks and needs. And then we're going to give a shout-out to Dank Drinks.
Dank drink.
The dankest of drinks.
Shout
and then
out,
we're going to give a
shout out.
shout-out to Crimey Dealer.
Crimey.
Shout out to you.
Very crimey, very dealerish.
Shout
And last
out,
but not
shout
least, the local food plug.
Eat responsibly.
Please eat responsibly.
Please.
Shout out.
Okay, so it's been a very, very quiet week, but there's been a lot of
There's some shit going on.
There's plenty going on. But
Yeah, I've been seeing some
Always,
stuff.
it's some stuff going on. But first of all, we got to give a shout out to the city of Raleigh, who is doing it big this weekend.
Aura.
The R got a big weekend tonight. I believe
Cardi B is in
Cardi B
town.
is
Cardi
here
B is
in
closing
town.
it down. I believe
It's a
Juvenile will be
party.
here
It's a
tomorrow.
party. It's a party.
Juvenile will be
Hey,
here
hey,
tomorrow.
somebody, if one of y'all subscribers at one of them shows, try to get one of them shout outs on the effing podcast.
Definitely try to do that. I heard Tokyo Vanity's in
Yeah,
town.
she been here for
I
a
heard
minute.
Tokyo.
About 2
Who was
weeks
that?
now.
The ladies know who
She's
she
an
is.
influencer. I just found out within the last week.
The ladies
she
know
got a
who she
heavy
is.
following.
Tokyo in town.
She also got a,
And then my guys in town. Shout out Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker.
Walker's in town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On Sauce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Is he beating white boys' asses or not?
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
don't.
I don't think so.
I hate
don't
white
think
people
so.
clout chasing.
That's
That
what
shit
my
is
boy
terrible.
said. He's here to work. He's not here to rap. He's not here to fuck bitches. He's here.
I don't believe that though.
I don't.
Right.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
There's always time to do that.
But,
that comes along.
I've been listening to Sauce for too long. I've been listening for this nigga way too long for it to be like, he ain't about to be out
but
here
he
fucking
said he's
bitches.
here to work.
Now I know he about to be out here trying to work. I do know
He
that.
said he's here to work.
I hope I get to bump into this nigga, dog.
Shout out to all the names in the city, you know. And shout out to just everybody who's here in the city. Be safe this weekend and have a good time.
Yeah, so let's get the show off with our customary RIPs, because there was a major RIP in the world of hip-hop today, or this week. Rest in peace to Afrika Bambaataa,
I wouldn't
hip-hop
go that far.
pioneer, dying at the age of 67.
We're not putting.
well-
we're just doing the rest in. However,
Just rest.
rest in. Whatever
rest.
you want to rest
Nah,
in
yeah,
is what
just
it
rest.
is.
Well,
yeah,
that's
nah.
why there's been a lot of mixed reactions to the news of his passing.
Trigger warning, a legend has passed away. Once again, trigger warning, a legend has passed away. Hip-hop pioneer Afrika Bambaataa passes away at 67 years old. Now listen, this is going to be very controversial, and the reason I say it's going to be controversial, because we know that surrounding his legacy is the situations between him and Hassan Campbell. Prayers go out to Hassan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? I hope he heals. But also prayers go out to Afrika Bambaataa's family. This is a hit in the hip hop community. I know that the comments will be controversial in this. Just keep in mind that people's families are always online and always looking. So try to be respectful. But Afrika Bambaataa was one of the pioneers of this whole thing that we call hip hop back in the day, and it cultivated what we know now as the industry.
So yeah, R.I.P. to Afrika Bambaataa, who passed away today, this week at 67 from cancer, complications from cancer, as TMZ reported. Now, of course, everybody knows with Afrika Bambaataa and the history related to him, there was a lot of controversy towards the end of his life. It was acknowledged by the Hip Hop Alliance. Actually, Curtis Blow released a statement that said, today we acknowledge the transition of a... No, he didn't say it like that. He said, today we acknowledge the transition of a foundational architect of hip-hop culture, Afrika Bambaataa, as the founder of the Universal Zulu Nation. Afrika Bambaataa helped shape the early identity of hip-hop as a global movement rooted in peace, unity, love, and having fun. And he also acknowledged at the same time, we recognize that his legacy is complex and has been the subject of serious conversations within our community. As an organization committed to truth, accountability, and the preservation of hip-hop culture, we believe it's important to hold space for all voices while continuing to uplift what empowers and protects the people. Ha ha! And that was Curtis Blow. So, yeah, this is just something that's been discussed this week because I know about the allegations that have been surrounding him, and there was pretty hardcore evidence. He was never brought forth to trial for any of his crimes. I don't know if there was any police reports filed or if this was all just alleged victims releasing their statements to the internet and people willing to listen. But people have been saying it's a complicated legacy, and it's really not. This is a pioneer of hip-hop and a molester of children, allegedly. So I don't really think it's complicated.
I don't know. Based on how the comments been and based off what other legendary hip hop pioneers, it ain't alleged. They saying he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
they saying he did it.
We honor what he did for hip hop, but we condemn what he did.
Outside of
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this is another case where you have to separate the man from the music. This is another case, and like I said,
currently doing it now. President,
he can rest in whatever P you want to put on it. You see what I'm saying? But you know, we definitely condemn that part. And did hip hop really like suffer a huge blow?
His family did.
Condolences to his family.
That's
most
that's
definitely.
probably where it's gonna
Condolences
stop,
to the family. But did hip hop necessarily suffer a big blow?
I feel like what he did for the culture was already established before these allegations. So everything that he represented was in the early 80s. And I feel like since the early 80s, he's been nothing more than kind of a figurehead of hip-hop. Musically, no. All I know about Afrika Bambaataa is Planet Rock and the Zulu Nation. I know he was like a gang leader who turned his gang into the Zulu Nation. So I know the history of him, but all of his contributions to hip hop were in the 70s and early 80s. And outside of that, outside of Planet Rock, I can't honestly name an Afrika Bambaataa song.
Like
Can
I
you?
said,
Can anybody name one besides Planet Rock?
no. Like I say, we honor what he did for hip hop, but we definitely condemn what he did outside.
I mean,
of
I
music.
agree, but I mean, this isn't a complex thing. Lots of people who were founding pioneers of music weren't necessarily the greatest of all people.
Or shit, or just people who done great things. Some of them have bad.
I know, like Elvis.
They got a complex history along with that. I mean, hell, we got a sitting president that's currently. So I mean,
So I mean, we have a legacy of lots of people who contributed great things to society, not necessarily being the greatest of people. So I don't think it's too much out of line to acknowledge both sides of who he is and what he did.
Yeah,
you can acknowledge that he contributed to hip hop while still acknowledging that his personal life was pretty disgusting and sick. So I don't really understand.
Heinous, okay.
That was too much.
Yeah, so you know, I mean, I don't mind putting a side note next to what Afrika Bambaataa did, you know, and remembering that as well as what he contributed positively, because I feel like both parts played a part in his legacy. I mean, you know, the last decade of his life, he pretty much had to hide, I guess you could say, because these were charges that could have possibly been brought forth. He could have been sued if he had any real money. So yeah, it's a real stain on his legacy, and we just got to deal with it. But the positive thing is, outside from Planet Rock and the Zulu Nation, we don't really know too much of what he did. Yeah. You know, he's one of them dudes that you got to be 50 and over and actually in the Bronx to like really understand the role that Africa,
to be able to tell the story accurately.
Yeah, I was born in the 80s and I wasn't in New York growing up, so I don't really know how deep his influence runs and what he did. So, you know, just as a fan of hip hop, you know, aside from playing a rock and being a pioneer, I don't really know what other parts he played other than just being a figurehead. So we're going to give a shout out to R.I.P. to Afrika Bambaataa, and we're going to recognize him as a hip-hop pioneer, but also as somebody who harmed children. So it's not complicated. Just rest in peace, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah, just rest. Yeah.
Rest in whatever you want the P to be, like I said.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving because...
keep it moving and keep it moving.
This week, your boy Gucci Mane decided to drop a diss. He dropped a diss allegedly giving details about the incident.
Nah, we could drop the allegedly part. Like,
he didn't say his name. He never said his name. So,
okay.
You know, even though we kind of know what it is.
Kinda, we know.
Yeah.
Yo, Gucci, I'm going to keep it a being with you. I think you torpedoed your legacy, and this nigga a generational goat. That nigga treated you like a herb, robbed you, took your wedding ring off, unscrewed your earring, told you shut the fuck up. You might get your bitch ass shot on GP, had you on your knees begging and pleading, and all you did was do a diss song. Whenever Shiesty come back out, yes, yo, Shiesty is 26. Whenever he get out of jail back and he drop his next shit, bro, this like King Kong when it comes to street rap. King Kong. He done gave you every example. He done given you every example of what he talking about. He robbed a rapper, shot a security guard, shot another ass, robbed that. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. And for all the people who might be like, you're being a little bit ignorant. No, we're talking about street rap here. In street rap, ignorance, especially when people live through it and get through it, is what builds the aura. The idea when you hear, oh, this couple of bodies. Oh, this he did blah, blah, blah. He survived getting shot this amount of times. This is why rappers used to lie about how many times they got shot, because it created the Superman effect. It's the reason why we listen to Gucci shit back in the day and we hear all these wild things. You're like, oh, shit, Gucci's that guy. I think Shiesty's image goes up with this. Now, yes, he's going to do some time. Not denying that. But Gucci dropping this song to brag and boast, I don't know, man. It got to be the Mets.
So, that was DJ Academics discussing the recent happenings with Gucci Mane's new song, Crash Dummy.
Before we get to Gucci Mane.
Yes.
Why?
Why what?
Why do you listen to Academics? Why? I don't understand.
You see me on my face over here hurting. Like, why is this the messenger?
I don't understand.
Why is this the messenger?
Why
pushing that bullshit narrative?
Ass dude up. Like, of all people,
he has an influence.
Yeah, but you're gonna push because you got an influence. You're gonna embed a false narrative about street life.
This is just disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, sure, before a nigga got the bread and shit, that's one thing. But once you get the bread, you supposed to be teaching niggas like, hey, that's not the way to move because that's no longer streets no more. You feel what I'm saying? This is not like we selling dope to another dealer or nothing like that or a fiend. This is money, nigga. This is contract. You feel what I'm saying?
On top of that, let's just start calling spades and spades. Like, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, you got a lawyer to get you out of prison, but didn't think to use this lawyer to get you out this contract. You know, the look
exactly.
Or let's go a little bit deeper, like you say with the dad. The dad.
I mean, I just said what I've been saying for the past month. Generational trauma. You seeing that shit?
And the mom. We're not gonna let dad
right.
And mom. Like, you get it from both sides of the tree.
So look, it reinforces what I'm saying. If you don't have the reinforcement of people around you to push you or guide you in the right direction, you're gonna do dumb shit.
And on top of that, you go ahead, because I got more to say.
Okay.
What's bothering me the most, I guess, this nigga ain't broke. Far from broke, wasn't broke.
Pooh?
And this is why I don't understand when we're talking about street niggas and all this shit. Because I'm a street nigga. I'm not a gang. I used to be a street nigga. But I ain't never been no gang member. None of that shit. I'm certified civilian. You can call me a certified fucking civilian.
What you're saying is he doesn't understand when he won.
You don't understand business.
You won.
Fuck business. No. See, Hold on.
Yeah.
Fuck business. I'm not even talking about the business aspect of it, because that's something entirely different. You already up. You're already up. You are up. Like, nigga, I used to rap, didn't get none of these opportunities. I bowed out gracefully. And you came in, I listened to you. You up, way up, did more stuff than I ever would have imagined, dreamed doing in my life, way up, get locked up, come back out, and you're even upper. You're even more up. Now you're even more up. You're upper.
Upper.
And now I'm confused, like, when you say, you know, I'm a street nigga, dog. Like, I did this in the streets. Like, okay, we've already know, and fuck all that. We've already know you done everything. We've already know you done everything in the streets. We've seen you. We've heard your music and everything. You done went to jail and came out, nigga. Up. Why? So and this is where I'm lost at, because if I'm not mistaken, everybody, you know, the niggas I knew that was in the streets, the ones who got out, they got out with bread.
Okay.
Yeah. They got out with bread. Fuck, and I'm not talking about no business. I'm just talking about they got good money up and they disappeared.
And
they didn't get no fucking FDO money. I mean, they ain't get no FDO money like that, but they got bread.
And on top of that, so you expect me? Well, I got first question is, how long can you transition from a street nigga to a regular civilian? How long is that?
First of all, number one, if you go from the average street nigga, right, making money in the streets, they'll be lucky to see $200,000 a year in the streets. If you're a real hustler getting money, you'll see $1 million. So what I'm saying is, when you're getting that in lump sums and it's legal, you feel what I'm saying?
And it's legal.
It's legal. That's the whole part about this whole process.
How long is it? Like
as soon as you hell no. As soon as you make your first $1 million, that means if this nigga gave you $500,000 front money, boom. When you came back, made that, here you go, your bread, and you made $1 million yourself, so that means $1.5 million, you're no longer a street nigga. You a millionaire,
you're
motherfucker.
A millionaire now, nigga.
Okay,
you a millionaire.
Which leads to this question. So you're just going, Gucci just supposed to take this loss of you taking his jewelry and stuff like that. Like, he's just supposed to eat this, because they're saying he had millions of worth of jewels on.
Yeah.
He's just supposed to eat this.
Of course he did.
Oh no. He's supposed to die over that shit. He's supposed to get shot over that shit. He's supposed to act tough. He's supposed to act tough, and he's supposed to act tough and get shot on this shit. So niggas like, oh, that's a real nigga. That's a dumb nigga.
The reason why I'm saying that is because when you have that much worth on in jewelry, it's insured.
Yeah, of course.
So if it's insured,
it's okay. Take it.
The only way you're going to get your claim is if you report it stolen. Somebody took my jewelry. I got this. My jewelry's insured. Somebody took it. I have to get this claim on this damn jewelry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Besides all of that, this is where I'm saying is you got to have good people around you. You saw it up close. His fucking dad. You know what I'm saying? So if you still resort, he asked his dad like, "Yo, what the fuck I do next?" Dad said, "Go in there and take everybody else shit." Now you just instructed him to get even more serious charges. So the nigga off face, that's 20 years. Boom. That's 20. That's a dub on top of what he currently out on now. So this nigga won't be touching till he about 50, mid 50s.
And then this nigga acting, boy, I can't.
But I'm just saying, but this is where the internet, where you got to separate the real ones for some bullshit ones. Because academic, you sit here promoting this foolishness, knowing like you're not a street nigga once you make $1 million in legal money. You are a fucking millionaire.
Go.
Is this what they meant by fuck the streets?
Yeah.
Like, am I like, what am I missing? Because when I think a nigga that say fuck the streets now, it would be a nigga like Gucci, because Gucci did street shit.
Yeah.
Went to jail, came out, was probably doing more street shit, got out, you ain't heard nothing about this nigga going back in since.
Right, because he got good people around him and he making money.
His wife, money, but he got his wife around.
His wife is the one who probably changed all that.
Exactly, she did.
The biggest disappointment is that the
these
mind
internet
frame
fools.
is the mind frame
Of niggas like academics.
No, but it's a lot of them out here, and this is what
Niggas
is
like
so
that.
Because they want to get paid off of
disappointing.
ignorance.
Like, I don't understand. What do you want Gucci to do? Get robbed and, like you say, murk them?
You want to get paid. They want people to
do you
get
want
paid
them to
off.
do?
And listen, for all these people out here that has something,
Somebody locked up for robbery.
right? But for all these people who got something to say, all these niggas broke.
They broke.
They broke.
Broke as hell.
Broke nigga would talk stupid shit like, "Oh, you a suck, you a bitch ass, blah blah blah." Nigga, you a millionaire. Your job is to live to see the next day. I got something to look forward to.
And look, you basically when you're a street nigga, you do everything you fucking can to get out the street.
You a street nigga. You thinking day for day.
That's how you end up being a street nigga. You in the street because like I couldn't get what I want when I wanted, so I'm doing these things right now. Now I got more than enough to get everything I need. I'm good.
I'm out the street.
But that's not how niggas' brain works, and that's why I'm so confused.
Because it's the aura, like academics said. It's
not the aura.
Like when you hear niggas saying they got
what the
they
kids
got
call
shot,
aura
they got
farming
shot,
or some
they got
shit.
bodies
Aura
and
farming,
shit.
Aura farming,
right?
Some shit like
that. The aura of being a street nigga, like the reputation. That's what it is. But I'm like, listen, what you niggas is not understanding is when these niggas go and get $500,000 a show and shit like that. They do 2 shows, they a millionaire. What the fuck? They no longer streets.
Still glorifying Gucci. The 2000,
like
2000
big belly
like,
Gucci.
Right. If you're still
this nigga is a
glorifying
millionaire.
This Gucci, that is not the Gucci that you have.
And that's the nigga that would have left Pooh dead.
Right.
Like y'all should be happy that's not the Gucci we're talking about. Because he would have left all them niggas, or at least one of them niggas, bagged up.
We don't understand growth. And that's what is really disappointing. Black people don't understand maturity.
We understand growth.
No. Black people do.
We understand
niggas
growth.
don't.
When you got motherfuckers perpetuating ignorance like academics, that's where you separate the real ones and not. Because a motherfucker like him who got the following like he does, you supposed to be educating these niggas that's in the streets that's want to follow this path, not sit here and perpetuate that shit and glorify something that's not true. A lot of these niggas that know what time it is, you're gonna be dead or doing life. That's it. When niggas like Jay-Z, who's a billionaire, let that ring out. He gave you the blueprint on how to fucking get your shit in the streets. Put that shit in some legal shit and get the fuck out the way.
And what's so crazy is that Pooh was really like that.
Yeah,
like that dude was.
He could have renegotiated his contract. He could have renegotiated his contract, and this nigga would be eating more. But no, he went to the information source. That was his fucking dad. His dad told his ass to do that dumbass shit. So now he fucked up. The whole family fucked up.
Well, see, I don't know if it's. I mean, I know I heard those reports that his dad said that. But
no, the damn prosecutor in the briefing was laying it out word for word.
Well,
Dad was involved. What his involvement was in it.
Well, look, I was on YouTube last night, and those Pooh Shiesty video numbers are running.
Yeah, and all what's doing is making Gucci more rich.
Getting to this.
He getting paid.
Gucci getting to this.
So why y'all clowning him? I'm sorry.
Not
go ahead.
even that, but I'm. This is where I'm still lost at though, nigga. Like you did all, like you said, you did all that. We got all this money. You done everything you can. Lawyer done got your ass out of jail early. You freedom. Look, you smelt. You're touching it all over again.
Look, you could go do show money. That's your money,
bro. Like, and
you could have hit shows and just
again when you talk when you bring it when you got
no. This is no, and you keep putting on. Generation.
It is.
No, this is this nigga. Because even if it is generational trauma,
he got in on
they've
talent.
Already had money.
It's levels to this shit, obviously.
And he had levels to this shit. Money.
He didn't understand the levels of what the fuck he had. He didn't understand that. He's still thinking like, yo, I could forcibly make this nigga do this shit.
How?
He didn't know any better. He's not been taught properly.
You have too much money. You have too
obviously he didn't see it that way.
If you felt like that about Gucci, you could have got out your contract by just making fuck Gucci diss songs for albums. That's it. And you'll get out your contract.
No,
But-
all he had to do was if he had any type of common sense or anybody around him that had any common sense.
No, he had common sense.
No,
just a
he
crash
didn't.
out.
No, he didn't have common sense.
Yeah,
Because if he had common sense, like, does it make sense for me to rob this man, put a gun to him, use a gun, and I'm out on parole?
It
does
makes sense to him.
No, you know why? Because that shows ignorant level of
That's
ignorance.
that gang
There is
shit.
no
That's
loyalty.
that gang shit.
There is no
That's gang
loyalty.
shit.
There is
Even a
no
street nigga
loyalty
knows
in these streets.
Ain't no. You gotta think about it, nigga. Just think about it. Just think about
I'm
it.
thinking.
Just think about
there
it.
is
What
no
is your
loyalty.
What was your exit strategy? Like, cause even when you're doing on gang shit, if you about to go do some shit, y'all got a plan, and y'all gonna be like, "Yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna do this, and we gotta get out, and we all gonna either meet up here or something like." So you got to escape plan.
But
What
a lot of
the
niggas
fuck
don't.
was your escape
A lot of
plan
niggas
from all
don't.
this?
A lot of niggas don't have escape plans out of gang life.
Either. Fuck the game life, nigga. This scenario.
Not even a
What
scenario.
was your escape? What was your exit plan out of this scenario?
His exit plan was to go in there, force his ass to sign a contract, take everybody's shit, and walk up out of there. That was his.
So what about the rest of the
game
people?
plan?
So there's no, as they like to say,
Obviously,
there was
he
no
ain't thought it through.
consequences,
No,
no repercussions.
See, that's where niggas that smart come in at.
No, nigga, you just got out of jail.
No,
you just got out of jail.
Now remember, now listen,
all this time,
hold on.
and that's
you
the best
remember,
plan
you
you
remember,
came up
Ed,
with?
you remember. Ed, hold on, come on.
You ain't hear nobody do this shit to
I
Jigga.
feel what you're saying,
This the best
but
plan you came up
can
with.
in your short time on this planet, is there something that you can say that somebody said like, hey, that's stupid, or you might not even know it's stupid, but in your mind you felt like you can get away with it, so you did it. Have you ever done some shit like that?
Not to that extent.
Not even.
There, like you said, there's levels to
there's
this.
levels to the shit. But so now listen. So let's go back. Right. So right. So now he a street nigga, right? He probably got away with a few times robbing niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas with money. So now listen. Follow me on this.
Hold on.
Follow me on this.
I did,
Right.
but there's a point where you're gonna say he got locked up and went to jail.
That don't mean shit.
And it came back and did
that
the
don't
same
mean
shit
shit.
again.
That don't mean shit. Because when you got if you've got a nigga that's signing you, he's supposed to be because his aura, he's a street nigga. You don't think he's gonna go to the police. You gonna think if he gonna come back at you, he got to do it on some street shit. That's what his thought process was. I'm gonna go rob this nigga. This nigga Gucci is known for a street
the nigga
nigga.
who got me all these gifts and stuff
The
like
nigga
that.
that's-
He's asking what his thought process. I'm telling you, that's what it was.
But again, this is the nigga that's feeding you. This is the nigga that put you on.
Yeah.
This nigga put your little cousin on or
Yeah.
whatever. Even though whatever, under whatever those
I feel what you're saying.
how do you in your mind?
He doesn't deserve a conversation.
Nigga,
He doesn't deserve a conversation.
So we gonna go straight to
Yeah, we're just gonna skip
fuck
past
you,
the conversation.
fuck everybody that came with you, everybody that's with you. Run it.
What movies we see? What movies we see?
Run it.
Listen, what movies we see? Artists got Debo in contrast. What was the not the four heartbeats? My man was hanging over the
5 heartbeats.
5 heartbeats.
Oh my God.
He hanging.
The 5
So I mean,
heartbeats.
niggas look at damn movies like that, get ideas to do dumb shit, bro.
They big red and shit.
All right, let's segue into Gucci and what Gucci did.
Oh God.
Yeah, so what did y'all think of the track Crash Dummy? Produced by Zaytoven. Gucci throwing shots.
Bruh.
He making money.
He just put out his whole statement right there.
He making money. That's all he doing.
He just told us everything how it happened, when it happened, and the way it happened.
Right. He doing what any millionaire would do. He's telling you like it is. Like, nigga, I'm up here. All y'all niggas down there is doing all that talking. I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all. Y'all still gonna listen to what the fuck I said though.
Somebody please tell me that's AI.
No, it's not. Nah, that's him.
That's him.
That's him. It's on
I had to check
his
too.
page. Yeah, it's him.
It's him. He did it.
It kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
I miss Big Belly Bird. I just miss Big Belly Gucci, yo.
Did we not just say he's changed?
I know. No. I'm glad he changed.
So,
but his music, I miss that type of music.
He don't.
What
growth.
this is?
Growth. Growth.
This
man.
ain't growth.
I know it's growth.
You might.
What type?
You might be done.
No,
You might be done. You might be done.
How he done?
You might be done.
Even though you got the license
Listen,
6'9", even though you got the license,
what I tell you,
6'9",
I might be a
talking about
civilian.
it.
I might be a civilian. I might be a civilian.
Listen, it's levels to this shit. This nigga, listen, y'all. He's a millionaire.
That ain't Gucci.
He's a millionaire.
That ain't
Can I
Gucci.
say he's a millionaire?
What's his name? Radrick.
Do I need? Do I?
Radrick Davis. Yeah, that's Radrick. That ain't Gucci. That's Radrick.
Do I?
Gucci God.
Did I not say? Listen, he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay then. Nothing else need to talk about.
I'm not arguing that. Like,
Okay then.
Man,
So y'all
Gucci been a millionaire,
expecting him to move like
but
that?
this is my thing.
No,
how you.
I'm not expecting him to move like
Okay
that.
then. That's all
Gucci
I need to
been a
say.
millionaire.
Like how we do 50.
This
be
ain't
like,
new money.
you're
MAGA 50.
No, hold on.
MAGA
what I'm
50.
saying is this.
You ain't see nobody try 50 like that.
But no, this is what I'm saying. We keep saying 50 over. 50 rap run is over. Gucci rap run might be over.
I mean, I thought it's been over, honestly.
I thought it's been over too.
But I think definitively, like, like it's not.
I really think
over.
I really think he don't really care,
And that's how he went out with
his game plan now is signing these young niggas on and producing. So he's not the go-op. He's not that no more. That's over with.
This Bird days is over.
Bird, that's out.
And
he millionaire.
That's terrifying, too.
I think that was his last way to, like, if
Fuck
I'm gonna
y'all.
go out, I'm gonna go out
Fuck
with
y'all.
a bang because I know that everybody is going to listen
And they
to
gonna
this track.
comment on it.
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang.
Right.
Fuck it.
So did y'all like the actual
No.
song?
Nah, not really.
It was creative.
I'm gonna tell you.
It was
Like,
creative.
I was listening to it. It's creative
not.
the way he did it, right? But it doesn't sound like
At all.
Gucci. You
He's
see what I'm
not
saying?
Gucci.
It doesn't
It's
sound like.
Radrick.
It doesn't
He's
sound
not
like
Gucci.
I mean, it's the same flow that he usually have when his songs and shit, right? But it's like the way it was coming out, it didn't sound like Gucci.
Millionaire.
You know what I mean? Like it just
Before
it wasn't right.
the Gucci day, he was hungry. He was starving.
and on
This
top of that,
he's not
It
starving.
was like he was kind of trying a little too hard, a little bit of something.
And on
I don't know what it is.
we needed Guwop over Zaytoven. I don't know what that was over Zaytoven beat. He did Zaytoven.
I mean, that's just like
wrong
that's
for
just
that
like
beat
Jeezy
like
did
that.
the orchestra. His
Nah,
album with
I
the
mean,
orchestra.
You need to apologize
Yeah, I
to
feel
Zaytoven for that because that was.
See, that's what I'm
Gucci, the
thinking.
fat belly Gucci, the ice cream cone on
That's
the
how you going to use Zaytoven after all this time?
Look, that you need
After
to
all these
apologize
years?
to Zay after because that track. I mean, I understand because you're taking advantage of the publicity you got.
Yeah.
You're taking full advantage of it.
I mean, he getting roast for getting roasted
don't
down
care.
on getting robbed.
He don't because guess what? Pooh Shiesty music about to drop in a little bit.
And guess who gonna get paid first?
He got some music get ready to come
It
out.
don't matter, but who get who
And
got,
that's what I'm saying.
Who get who that bread coming
Gucci.
to?
And that's
Get
why
ready to
none of
get
this
all
shit
of
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah, he signed
It don't
Gucci,
make
so
it makes sense
Gucci
for
gonna
Gucci.
get paid regardless.
It don't make sense for Pooh Shiesty.
That's
You
what I'm
stole
saying.
from the person
Nigga, but
gonna
that's
get
what.
paid off your shit.
I
Like,
know
that
we're on
don't make
Gucci.
sense.
I know we're on Gucci. I know we're on Gucci.
Right.
But I can't stop thinking about this. Well played, Gucci. Well played. I can't stand the track. I don't like the track, not one bit. I can't stand it. I don't like the delivery of it. I don't like the message in it, the messaging in it. I don't like nothing about the song, man. This is not a Gucci song. This is not.
He's a changed man.
It doesn't matter how. This is.
Even as a changed
You know what this
man,
is?
That don't sound like
Hold on,
Gucci.
hold on, hold on,
like,
You know what this is? You
Hold
remember when I used to write? I used to try to be like, man, I need to make sure I don't sound like anything or anybody else that's came out. This nigga went and said, all right, this is exactly what happened. How simple can I put it? And this is exactly how. This is the life I'm living. This is exactly what
That
happened.
way I don't have to testify. I don't have to testify. You already gonna have other statements. Now you got my. I ain't
Yeah,
gotta go.
then
I
you
ain't
got
gotta
what I
testify.
told you everything that happened and the way it went down. So now don't ask me nothing
What you
else, 'cause
thought,
you got what
Dove?
you want.
What you thought, Dove?
The song itself was, man, you know,
It wasn't Gucci, right?
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't normal
It's not
Gucci,
what we
man.
grew up on, man.
But yeah, he got a reaction, which is what he was looking for. So he got what he wanted, but
That's it.
also at the same time, I'm not understanding people's mentality towards this, specifically Bootsy and your boy who was
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine said
Finesse.
something.
6ix9ine
Finesse.
should
That
help.
was
Okay.
Finesse 2 times.
He's
Yeah.
still trying to find his mirror.
Yeah, a lot of these people, man.
No murk.
Hell, he trying to get out of his goddamn contract.
A lot
Powder
of
murk.
a lot of these people have been vocal about their disdain, but they're in the minority. Most of the people agree with what Gucci did, whether they like the song or not. But the minority gets the loudest voice. So we're
Because
gonna
they're
hear
the-
Finesse 2 times,
they broke.
Bootsy and 6ix9ine before we hear the people in the comments who are disagreeing with them. But because they get a platform and their voice is ignorant, they're gonna rise above all the comments and say the same thing that agree with what Gucci did. So this is just a symptom of the squeaky ignorant wheel getting the oil in this situation. So the people that have the most stupidest ignorance takes are going to get the most attention and views because the consensus is Gucci did what was right. I don't believe people should go to jail over shit like this. I believe
Over what?
Yeah.
well, basically, I put it like this:
Over robbing me?
robbing.
But
But that's my point. What I'm saying is, if
Going to
Gucci
jail.
retaliates streetwise, there's a possibility he could end up in jail
Exactly.
because he got robbed.
or somebody dead.
So he doing.
Or,
I believe
even
it
worse,
going
somebody
to the
get
police.
killed. You know, somebody get murked and stuff like that. Like,
well, I mean, I don't care about that.
At the end of the day,
If one of the Pooh Shiesty's people got it, because you know that's what happens when you put yourself in that situation. But
Gucci gonna get paid off.
Yeah.
Gucci either way it go, because like I said, he is signed to him
Forever
So
now.
he made,
Yeah.
Gucci
Now
gonna
it's
get
forever.
anyway. So he robbed him, but he gonna get the money right back off
like-
of your shit.
like
so
Buddha said.
How did you win? Like,
well played, Gucci.
Well, that's all you can say now.
Well played.
Well played, sir. Well
you
played.
wouldn't even well played. Gucci just
You wouldn't pull that
No,
with Liar
he did
Cohen
some
and no.
grown man shit.
You wouldn't
He
do that
stood
with none
there
of these
and
white
did
boys.
that.
You would not do that with none of these white executives. You wouldn't dare do that with none of these white executives.
Yeah,
And
that is
then
true.
you come to the one dude who believed in you, who believed
They
in
got you up out of
Right, but,
everything.
the
you.
thing that y'all keep overlooking
Ungrateful.
is the reason is
ungrateful. There's no loyalty.
wait,
That's that street shit.
No, listen.
Ain't no loyalty
I
in
just
these
said
streets.
you said he wouldn't do it to the white executives, right? Why wouldn't he? They ain't from the streets. He knows that. He knows you fuck with him, you're going to jail. That's
Exactly.
different. So now, why he tried Gucci?
Those are businessmen, business executives.
He just said why. You know why niggas won't try white folks. They're not from the streets. You touch their ass, you're going to jail. You feel what I'm saying? Now, Gucci, he from the streets. He got his aura, what y'all been talking about,
He's
from
not
the
street no
streets.
more. He's
So
a
business executive.
You're not, can I finish my point?
Yes, you can, but he's
So
still a
what I'm
businessman.
saying is, this
He's
is
an
what
exec-
Pooh Shiesty thinking. What everybody else been talking about. Nigga, you from the streets. You feel what I'm saying? If this nigga robbed you, right, you're going to retaliate it by getting back at him. What street niggas do? You're going to hold court in the streets.
But just like you said, after you get back $1 million, you're no longer a street nigga, so you handle it like a nigga that's supposed to handle it.
I
not like a
gave
street
you
nigga.
more than $1 million.
Fuck all that. No, fuck all that. Think about this. Think about all these street niggas you know now that have to have security.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we saying?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just
What are we
saying.
saying?
What I'm saying is the different reason why
These street
niggas know
end
not to
up
fuck with
having to
white
get
folks.
security because they know the niggas in the street don't understand they're not in the street no more.
Right.
So I gotta get security to let these street niggas know that I am no longer in the street.
no more.
Well, he's still in the streets.
I'm not doing
Gucci
that
ain't. He
What
won't.
you say?
I know
Security
that.
lets you know.
A street nigga,
If I got,
a nigga that used to be a street, a gangster.
If I got former
has
police officers,
security now.
No, if take it even further, if I got former police officers as my security team, nigga.
But no, that's just your detail. I'm talking about the actual individual.
Yeah,
nigga.
I'm just saying. But listen though, but niggas gotta understand he don't have to say nothing because if your security team is former police officers,
Nigga. And
they got connection with the police force.
Who should have known that already though?
Who says
Like,
on that shit?
like I can't.
The street shit niggas supposed to know.
You know when you prepare this plan
Street niggas
and
supposed
you're
to know
like, who's gonna be with
Who's gonna be with this nigga?
The plan for the street nigga was I'm gonna rob another street nigga, and the street nigga that I'm gonna rob, he gonna handle court in the streets. I feel what you saying. They didn't think too far, obviously.
Bruh.
You bit the hand that fed you, and now it's over for you. Like, and anything he makes.
So do y'all apologize to Diddy for the fucked up contracts he gave out?
No.
Fuck no.
You got to. Because this is a prime example why niggas got fucked up contracts. No, this is what reason why niggas got
didn't
fucked
the
up
Locks
contracts.
do something like that towards that, but they still end up getting out of their contract?
Exactly, because they work.
But they still renegotiated the actual contract. And those,
course.
are these not street niggas?
Let's go back to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna give you a fucked up contract because listen.
No, you're right. I agree with you.
I'm giving you money to a nigga who don't.
But
I don't
that
know
ain't
what's gonna make
this
it or not.
scenario, though.
Now, if you put in the work, learn the craft, put in the work, come back and renegotiate, I can let you go. So where niggas was getting on him about, you should rethink. This is the reason why. Look at Gucci's situation.
Like I said, like we said earlier in the conversation, even I believe that Gucci deserved a conversation before the kidnapping and robbery.
Right. Obviously he didn't think. Obviously he said, "Fuck that shit."
The next meeting, this is what's going to happen. If it doesn't work at this meeting, then the next meeting, maybe we're going to have to do that. But at the first meeting, like, dang, I ain't worth that. I'm not worth that.
Well, they've been saying, it's been reported, they've been saying Gucci been dissing him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been taking his calls and shit.
Well, shit, I understand why now. Fuck.
Yeah. So, well, this is going to be an interesting thing to watch. Pooh Shiesty, of course, is most likely going to jail.
Yeah, he going to jail.
Prison.
But I've been
No,
seeing
not
a
jail,
lot of
prison.
videos saying otherwise.
That he might get off.
Yeah.
But there's too much information to get off. It's just entirely too much information. You have an ankle monitor on. Too much information. You have video.
They said
there ain't no video. They said there wasn't no video.
And on top of that, you can't even be in, your name can't be mentioned in a situation like that, or it's
you're not supposed to be around
parole,
guns, felons,
Don't they
members.
got a video picture with him with a gun to Gucci?
I'm just saying,
allegedly.
You're not supposed to be
I
in
feel
that
you.
situation.
Yeah, you're not
at
supposed
all.
to be around that
Yeah,
affiliated
you
with
ain't
the
supposed
period.
to be around that type
So
of
he going to
activity.
jail for the parole violation. We talk about any potential new charges. Because
if he was around a gun,
yeah.
That's another charge. Like just
and you know Texas, what is happening where Texas?
Yes.
And you know Texas law is different.
Yeah,
it's
so
different.
You know if he around a gun, he cooked. He cooked because you're a felon and you're not supposed. So you know they start adding on charges.
Right. I mean the thing about it is, again, once you make $1 million clean money, you're no longer a street nigga. You're a millionaire. So now you got to elevate your fucking brain out the fucking streets and develop to something different. You need to have people that's
street
around.
nigga,
You got to have people around you that's smart. That's going to tell you like, hey, bro, that's not the way to go. This is another way. The way you was hot, how the way you was cooking. All you had to do was one tour. One tour, you could have came back like,
Boy,
look, nigga,
you would have been.
boom.
What?
All he had to do was one. All he had to do was one tour.
Yeah.
And came back, dropped that bread on Gucci, and like, look, nigga, we need to renegotiate this contract. That's all he had to do.
That's all it would have took.
But he don't have smart niggas around him to be able to like, hey, bro, we could do it this way.
Because that's all Gucci wanted to see was that you get ready to make money.
Make the money.
That's all Gucci wanted to see.
Obviously, he did. Them jailhouse lawyers got him right where he needed to be.
I mean, like I said, the thing about it is, this what happened when it's levels to this shit. This what happened when you cannot.
I'm so
understand.
upset, man.
No, it just. But when you got.
That's what I'm saying.
But when you got academics perpetuating the bullshit. It brings niggas right back in.
But that just lets you know, and I don't want to get on society, but that just lets you know where these niggas' brains is at.
Especially goofy ass act. That was what really got me was goofy ass act.
Man, he gonna be up, man. Whenever he drop another song after he does his, maybe 20, 30 years, like nigga,
you gonna be 50
that's
years.
a
old.
lifetime.
Right? Nobody ain't trying to hear
That's
that.
a lifetime. You talking about doing 20, 30 years because you wanted to get out of a contract that you couldn't get out of, that you're going to make this nigga more money on. Like,
well,
that's hustling backwards.
That's
y'all need to
street nigga.
Y'all need to pray for Pooh Shiesty.
Pray.
Yeah, pray for him.
No, that nigga got out and he went right back.
Like no,
that's why you need to pray harder for him.
No,
Pray
that's called stupidity.
He didn't learn his lesson.
Right.
See, most niggas
he had multiple opportunities. Did that nigga got shot at a few years ago?
He might be able to plead crazy.
Insanity.
He might be able to. Because if he's doing this shit over and over again, expecting a different result,
you crazy. You crazy.
Man, like I said,
that's the only thing I think of.
Y'all YNs, if once you make $1 million clean,
Chill.
you're no longer
Fuck a mil, good 500.
I got you, but just if we for sakes, you know what I'm saying. Once you make $1 million clean, you are no longer a street nigga.
You become a business.
Niggas that's in the street are not. Y'all are not the same. You are in a tax bracket that most niggas will never see. You feel what I'm saying? So once you make $1 million, you're no longer a street nigga.
You made it.
And that was
That's the whole purpose,
the biggest
to make
thing I
it.
was saying is Pooh Shiesty won.
Yeah,
but
you was a
didn't
millionaire,
understand-
and you coulda-
but couldn't understood that he won.
Well,
Can't understand you won.
And now he gonna have to learn the hard way. You know, I mean,
He gonna be 10, 15 years from now talking about, yeah, man, I had this. Yeah, man, I was doing this.
I was doing this. I was doing that, and the whole time Gucci still.
When I
getting your
get
bread.
home,
Every time they play some of your money, every
Right.
time they play some of your songs, he getting paid.
Yeah, it'd be like Max B. I don't think he'll be hot when he comes back home because it'll be a whole new generation of
Nah,
fans.
it'll be over by the time you come home. Like he would.
He gonna have his money.
Yeah.
Was probably one of the hottest artists.
And I listen to
He
Pooh
was
Shiesty,
probably
and
one
I'm
of
gonna
the
be listening to
hardest
these little
artists
youngin,
at this time. Like he
These little youngins
was.
out here.
Man, FDO is hard. That track go hard.
Yes, it
that
does.
track go hard.
So my morning playlist.
Track go hard. It just. Oh man, Gucci just like
That's hilarious. That's the only song y'all keep fucking
You know, I got
screaming.
some good wop too, though. You know, but
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and keep it moving because it appears that Offset was in the news this week. He got shot the fuck up. But, I mean, he survived.
I got something to say about this.
Yeah.
Offset, the first person to ever get popped, and everybody remembered that he owed them money. Now he's being sued by a Detroit casino over $100K debt. So apparently he took out $100,000 in credit from the casino, and he never paid it back. And it's pretty much coming all in total between Cardi B and Ebro and Dez Bryant. Offset probably owes about $1 million in gambling debt. There's reports that the Hard Rock Casino gave him a private jet and he was using it, you know, to fly his family around. He owes them too. The worst part about it is if he'd have just stayed low key, nobody would have put two and two together, because a lot of these, like the casinos, yes. But the money somebody gives you, like Dez Bryant reportedly gave him or allegedly gave him $8,000. There's no way Dez Bryant could say he can get that money back because he just handed it out of his pocket. There's no way you could sue over that. But the fact that like now everybody's just coming out the woodwork and all of this happened after the Lil TJ situation, bro, Offset, like what? This is the first human being that nobody has sympathy for. Everybody just like, where my money at?
So that's the latest with Offset. He's out the hospital after getting shot, and he issued his first statement saying, after the shooting, I'm good. I'm planning to be better. And in addition to that, he thanked his fans and let us know that he was okay. He wanted to thank everybody who checked in on with him and showed him love. And he's focused on family, recovery, and getting back to music, realizing that life is made up of quiet wins and loud losses. And he said, life's a gamble, and I'm still playing to win. But you almost, yeah.
He better stop gambling. He almost
they
lost
had,
his life.
They had a picture of him in the casino.
Yeah, he was in that hover round.
He's still gambling.
You know what the first thing I thought about was how he gave Cardi all that hell about all this child support and all this money he was trying to get out of her. Now it makes sense why he was trying to get
that money.
He broke.
But nobody knew what he had going on. Everybody
No,
thought,
they knew because of his tax issue.
Them people did, but the world really didn't know, like, talking about it. So we just thinking, you know what I'm saying, he's just trying to get, money from Cardi and money from him, money from there, and suing this person. He owed people that he had to pay. So that's why he was going so hard on her and trying to get money out of her and all that type of stuff, because he had to pay people. And now that he didn't have his breadwinner no more, there was no way that she was going to support his gambling debts that she probably was doing anyway. You see what I'm saying? So now he left out there trying to figure it out.
You know what? Offset is David Ruffin.
Yeah.
Offset is David Ruffin.
If you think about it.
David Ruffin had talent.
But you know.
No group no more.
No
wife. Like, you David Ruffin.
Yeah, like, and it makes sense. Like, all that stuff he was doing and all that, all the shit he was trying to do to her. She said, be careful with me. That's what she said.
Yes,
and then he did all that stuff, and then she didn't really. She gave him what he wanted, and everybody was just blasting her for doing what she did, and this, that, and the third. But now look, this is the whole reason why.
The fact that that man is in the casino while still recovering lets you know he has a serious gambling addiction, and it's very much a problem. I don't know which other rappers had gambling addictions that were on Front Street like this. Can you think of any off the head?
I'm sure there were, but
no,
not
I mean,
like
I know there are.
Up on not, especially at this time, because now Offset his fall off has to be studied. Like you lost the. Who
all
I
that money
consider a
you
good
losing
woman.
in.
Yeah, a good woman because she put up with a
Lost
lot
a
of
good
shit
woman.
with him.
I consider.
Okay, that's
blame her doing what
enough
she
man
did.
bashing going on over there.
No, I
He
ain't
fucked
bashing.
up.
I'm being honest.
He fucked up.
He lost a good woman.
He living his truth.
You know, your music ain't popping like
it was when you was in a group.
You probably like it to be popping.
He ain't
and stuff
making
like
no.
that.
He's not really making an effort to make music. So let's.
But
he got a couple.
Without his two other amigos.
He got a couple feature tracks that's been out recently. You
They
know what I'm
came
saying?
out without him and they went fire.
So the whole thing is, like I said, he's not really working his craft.
So you have to find a way because, like I said, you had a way. You had Cardi. That was your way.
Yeah,
you
had the
You let
Migos.
that go.
And she made sure he was
the
straight
Migos.
regardless.
That didn't. You know, that was just an unfortunate incident, but that's gone now. Now you have to figure out where you can make money at now.
Make music. That's where he make
Ain't
money.
nobody gonna listen to that shit.
I don't know if he can.
Ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit.
All it takes is somebody will listen to it. Is the venomous is because of what he did to
You
Cardi.
gonna have to say some real serious shit if somebody won't listen to.
And on top of that, right now, and you might say yes or no, but a lot of people ain't messing with Atlanta right now. Atlanta taking like a kind of loss right now.
I mean, it shifted. I mean, the music scene. The music scene has shifted. Like it
generation
always.
For certain generations.
We was in New York. We were from New York to Atlanta. Now we're moving off from Atlanta to where? It's Texas. It's in Texas right now. Texas
and Memphis.
Texas fire right
as
now.
As far as the music scene, it's
Texas
been
and
Texas.
Memphis is popping too.
Yeah, so that the music scene has shifted to
races and stuff is
Texas
out here
and
too,
Memphis.
Texas.
So that's
It's
where
fire.
it's at. That's all.
Fire.
I don't think Offset is that musical star anymore. I don't. I think you have to find a different route.
I don't
to get
think he
your
had
money
to.
up.
All he had to do is get back in there, get back and doing his craft, and all it takes is one banger. If he gets serious enough, he can come back out.
Offset should be an actor. He's convinced so many people he'll pay him back.
And he told and the rumor was he told old buddy to get it back in blood, and
That's
I
what he
guess
said.
he took
That's
that
what
like,
he's
hey,
supposed to
that's
have said.
Yes, indeed. So that person you're talking about is little TJ, who rumors were saying was charged with the shooting, but apparently it wasn't.
His people.
It was his people. So, yeah, it looks like he was arrested in connection to the shooting, charged with disorderly conduct for fighting, and was booked in jail late Monday night. But they said there was some confusion as claims surfaced that TJ had shot Offset, but his lawyer issued a statement this week calling the claims baseless rumors and saying he hasn't been charged with shooting Offset. So, yeah, it wasn't TJ, apparently.
I was like, he ain't gonna be like, that was him. He did it.
Yeah.
He ain't about to do that.
So
you ain't bust none.
So, I mean, even after issues with Takeoff, you're seeing Offset breaking down, I guess, because I'm not sure.
He fucked up.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
Spiraling.
Yeah, that's
spiraling.
The shooting happened at the Seminole Casino in Florida. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Gambling is leading to a lot. It almost led to Offset losing his life. And he wanted to start a fight because he owed him money.
Yeah.
That's some slick shit. That's
Look,
how you get out of paying people back.
And you better figure it out quick because you owe a lot of people money from what the rumor is. You better figure out this talent. Like Hassan said, if you got this music still in, you better get these out.
Sense that he was a builder baby mama.
You owe some people some money.
It makes a lot of
He
sense.
had it made with Cardi, but I think that Migos energy got to his head and thought he could do better.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see at the time Migos probably on top of hip hop as a group, stuff like that.
This is before Cardi really taking off.
And
she was simmering.
Yeah, ego probably out of control, and now you're here. Fast forward, and you're in this
she said,
situation.
"Be careful with me."
Oh God.
We're not gonna put
Did she
all
say
this
that
on
to the
Cardi.
surgeon too?
Well, that was before this.
She said,
right. We're not going to put all this on Cardi.
No,
we're
we're
just
not.
going to put.
We're not saying that. What I'm saying is, yeah, he did. But what I'm saying is, not too long ago, she had so much stuff on her because of him, and him kept trying to get money out of her and things like that for certain situations.
But how
but
many
it makes
times?
sense now that why he was trying to get this.
So
money.
how many times we gonna put it on him because she did left him. Hold on.
Bad decisions.
If memory serves correct, right, she left his ass multiple times, right?
But she always went back too.
So after 2 times, who fault is it?
But see, that's the thing about a loyal woman. That's the thing about a loyal woman.
We're not going to bring Cardi.
One time, shame on me. 2-3 times, nigga. I mean, come on.
It's not like that with a loyal woman.
Well, then you can't put. Hold on. I mean, cause you can't really put it on him if the man got a blue hat on, right? And he ain't never changed that motherfucker. And you still moving like he got a red hat, but he still got that blue hat. Who fucking moving stupid? It's her fault. He still kept moving the way he was moving.
She's an idiot for being loyal.
Yes.
Why are y'all bringing Cardi into this?
No, because she said no. She steady keep, and you are both of y'all up there keep saying it's all on him.
I'm not saying that it's all on him.
Yeah, but
he has a big part of it.
Okay, we got that. We got that. But after one time, after she left him one time, hell, even after she left him 2 times. Then after that, that's on her.
It's all on Offset because you're the one borrowing this money from people.
You're right.
Those are your decisions.
You're
this
right.
Ain't about Cardi. She has a piece
You're
of
missing
it.
the point. The reason why Cardi got put in it.
She would have probably took care of that shit like she had been doing.
Offset because Offset, these are your decisions that you're making. These are your decisions. You're borrowing this money from people. You're the one doing these things. She has nothing to do with this. That's why I'm like, Cardi plays a piece, but she's a far piece in where he's at right now.
Right.
This is him spiraling out of control. Like Dub said, you might have a gambling problem.
Oh, he definitely has.
You might have a gambling problem.
If he's in a hover round in the casino, he has a gambling problem.
That's not Cardi, that's you. All
this
these
nigga
are
got
your
shot
decisions.
in the casino. And
these
now
are
he's
your poor decisions.
back in the casino. Like, I guess he was trying to show us. Like, I'll show these niggas you can't keep me out the casino. Not even guns can keep me out the casino. I'll be hovering around in that bitch.
Well, what money is you gambling with? You already owe people. You see what I'm saying?
Their money. That's
dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? Dumb shit.
Art Shiesty's money.
Gambling with their money.
Dumb shit.
Well, now I learned when you're famous, you can get a couple thousand from your famous friends.
If you have the ability to make money and you're around other millionaires at the time on face value, they're gonna give it to you. Now, if you don't pay it back, then you're gonna burn a lot of bridges.
He won't go pay it back, and some people did think he would pay it back. You know, some people gave it to him, but just off face. You know what I'm saying? Here, nigga, I know you need it.
I'm just curious how you
thought
he was going to pay it back. Like he hasn't got this.
That's all it takes.
A hot Offset solo.
All it takes is one song. All he gotta do is drop one song, one good song, and he builds off of that. He can come back. He can. He got to work. He got to find his way. He can. The point is, he has the ability. He just got to figure it out.
He hoping on this settlement from Cardi.
Exactly.
And I'm not mad at him. I'm not.
He hoping what?
Exactly.
But he's hoping on this settlement from Cardi. I'm sure that's what he's thinking.
Be like, my lady, take care of me.
That's my point. Yeah,
I got some money coming in soon.
Well, he probably got. I mean, he probably got a point. He probably got a legal angle that he gonna get some bread. I mean, you know, because she did had a baby while they was technically married, right?
Yeah.
All right then.
Whatever, but Offset is just he's making bad decisions. He's spiraling out of control.
I fully agree.
We're watching this, and it's like whatever rep you had, gone. Whatever credibility you had, gone.
Indeed. Yes, speaking of credibility being gone, Diddy's in the news because apparently he's got an appeal going.
John Diddy Combs is pushing to have his prison term cut short. The rap mogul's lawyers took his case to a federal appeals court in New York on Thursday. They say his sentence for a related conviction was too harsh.
John Diddy Combs' lawyers argue a judge wrongfully sentenced their client by considering more serious charges than what he was actually convicted of. They also say it is the most prison time ever given someone convicted of the same charges with a similar criminal history. Now, one of the prosecutors in this case insists that Combs' 4-year, 2-month prison term is below federal sentencing guidelines and in line with similar convictions. Last summer, as many of you remember, a jury cleared Combs of trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges. The rapper was convicted of lesser prostitution-related offenses. He had pleaded not guilty to all charges and denied wrongdoing. He's scheduled for release in April of 2028. Nate, this should be interesting. It could take a couple of months before there's a decision.
So, yes, as you heard, Diddy is up for appeal, and Diddy's lawyers have contested, saying that he should be freed because his freak-offs were considered simply amateur adult films, and that is protected by the First Amendment. So that's the new lie they're going with, and I guess they're sticking to
You
it.
said the lie.
Well, I mean, technically they are.
I
but
mean, it's
they
not
were
a lie.
freak-offs.
It's not
He
a lie.
branded them as such,
Right.
And up until all this shit went down, he wasn't calling them amateur
And he
adult
didn't.
films.
I mean, he didn't release them. I mean, he kept them. And with part of the argument, he kept them for personal use.
I'm like this at this point. Like, I don't care if he gets out or not. Like, they didn't get him on that heavier charges and stuff
it wasn't
like that. So if you let him out early, so be it. He's not in there for anything serious like that.
Right.
So,
He ain't in there for no Pooh Shiesty shit.
yeah, like, he's not in there for any. So, if he gets out early, I will not, raise it. It is what it is.
Yeah, so what
Free
they're trying
Diddy.
to say is that the freak-offs were hotel nights that were highly choreographed performances involving the use of costumes, role play, and stage lighting, which were filmed so Diddy and his girlfriends could watch his amateur adult films later.
Hey, it's a party. It's a party.
And
it's
then
a
they
party.
said the amateur adult production and viewing of this sort is protected by the First Amendment and thus cannot constitutionally be prosecuted. So
He got a legal avenue.
You could have been East Coast Productions. You were slipping.
now, my thing is, because it's amateur, I guess they don't need permits and all that other stuff.
No, you don't. That is like if you having sex with your girl and you decided to record
Listen,
it.
as many amateur porns as I've seen come out of New York, and I know it's New York specifically. Like,
Yeah, they be calling each other son.
I like
Like-
this.
look,
I heard stuff about some porn. What
Are
we
they
talking
gonna
about?
let Diddy out because Diddy said that they might let Diddy out because they're arguing that the freak offs are under First Amendment rights, which is basically amateur porn.
Adult videos.
For personal use.
Yes, for personal
Which
use.
it were, because you didn't see them.
Yeah, I mean, technically, they are correct. This is
How they got them, FBI raided and took the
they
tapes.
haven't made it out on the streets yet. Like
what?
I can't believe these freak
Oh,
offs
they
ain't
will.
made it out on the streets. I know. I'm just surprised they haven't got out yet.
They will when he get out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
These
money
are his
maker.
welcome home gifts.
Oh, those are money makers right there.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is, if the government leaks them, then he gets more money.
How?
Because the government has the evidence.
So then that means that they get leaked, Diddy can sue the government.
Exactly. So
So yeah. Well, then they're not gonna leak them.
exactly. They can't if they can't come out because he didn't release them for as long. First of all, the charges that was placed upon him, all the freak offs was over a decade old. He didn't never release them. The government retrieved them when they went into his home. So if they get leaked, it's because of the government.
What if Diddy gave a copy to one of his homies? And told him to leak it so he can get
If
some
he
easy money?
trust and believe, if somebody else had copies, it would have been out already. They would have got paid off of that shit right now.
Like I said,
You ain't seeing it, you won't see it.
I won't complain if he gets out early. Like, you didn't get him on any of the big felony charges, so it is what it is. Like I said,
Oh, so Branson's had a change of heart towards Diddy.
I won't say a change of heart, but what he's in there for, like, they let niggas out of prison early all the time. And
I always said when it came to the Diddy situation, I don't agree with the underage stuff or
nothing was underage.
You know what I'm talking about when it.
No, we don't.
Just
No.
beefing us
No.
shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Underage stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
It wasn't none underage.
My problem was the abuse and all that stuff. All that other stuff he had going on with them freak offs and all that baby oil and stuff. He's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And grown men gonna do what they want to do. And if they was down to do that with Diddy and they was bound to get diddled by Diddy, they grown.
Yeah, but the thing was, y'all merged the two. That's the reason why it was. That's the reason
did.
why it was. So,
I always kept it separate when it came to the abuse stuff and then his adult stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But
y'all did. If we go back through the tapes, I promise you, it wasn't
by the law.
No, y'all.
The law is where's prostitution legal at?
It wasn't no prostitution. That's the point.
What you mean?
It was when he was paying people for
He was paying.
Okay, he paid a male prostitute.
So once again, where's prostitution legal?
But no, the point where the reason why the outrage came from was because when they saw when he put his hands on Khalees, not Khalees, Cassidy. Excuse me, Cassidy. That's where the rage came from, and that's where everybody was like, "Go hang his ass." Because if you never saw that tape, people was on his side.
How do they know that wasn't part of the role playing and freak offs? Maybe they were doing Packy.
Not that. That was. A little
You
bit
don't
too
know
much.
that.
That was a little bit too much.
Like I said,
She
the
said-
legal side of it
that was too much.
prostitution is legal in Vegas. This wasn't Vegas, so I knew they were going to hang him on that alone.
Well, some of the prostitution was in other states. The jurisdiction was just in New York.
Okay, so it wasn't in Vegas. If he was in Vegas,
okay,
he would
but
have been free.
Again, it was. We knew from the beginning it was a bullshit ass case. It was, but most people didn't care because the only thing they was furious about because he didn't get charged for putting his hands on it. That's the whole problem.
I didn't care about nothing else they had to do outside of Cassie and all that shit. All that shit, you know what I'm saying, that was there. You know, there was evidence, all that stuff was there. All that other stuff, like I said, it came out after that with the freak offs and the celebrities and all. I could care less who diddles who and who diggles what. You know what I'm saying? Like, they grown, they know what they doing when they get there, and they do it. Even if he was paying for prostitutes, that's that man money. That's what them people want to do. I don't knock nobody hustle.
Again,
get your money how you get it. If you're gonna get it from Diddy, get it from Diddy.
I don't see why PB would even get upset when we have Epstein files that still hasn't you got people that was actually abused that they're protecting powerful people right now and government right now, but you got selective rage and shit. That's all. But that's my opinion.
Like I said, I even separated his music from everything because I'm always gonna listen to him. Because it's hard to turn on the radio and listen to anything 90s, 2000s without getting something from him.
Or Kelly,
or Kelly, exactly.
Like, you know.
So it's like you can't erase his musical.
So basically, when he come out, he do a remix. Is like right.
And if he get out and do a concert, I pay for a ticket to go see him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll see Diddy?
Hell yeah.
I would. Because like I said, the music, the man, and the other shit he got going on, that's totally different. It's like R. Kelly. If he came out, I would go straight to the concert.
Yeah,
His music is different from the person that they, Like,
I don't think I could watch Diddy.
I got the
Bad Boys.
I got a question off of that. Then what's our next topic? Because it kind of swings into what she just said.
What? Go for it.
When she's talking about would you go see Diddy? The next topic I want to do is would you go see Kanye? Have we forgiven Kanye? That's my next topic.
I don't really listen to Kanye like that since College Dropout, so I wouldn't. That wouldn't be something I'd be interested in.
I don't want to change it like that.
Since College Dropout, I haven't really been interested.
I haven't listened to Kanye since the slavery was a choice comment. That's what made me stop.
So I wouldn't. That's not somebody I would jump and go see.
But did you see all the people that was performing with him at the concert?
Yeah.
He
broke records.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill was performing.
Hey, get your
everything.
bread.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't knock nobody who get their money.
Have we forgiven Kanye? That's what I'm.
Like I said,
Kanye is a special case. He has
the black comments was you know what I'm saying. But I ain't gonna front. I listened to a couple of joints that he had recently released, and you know.
I think he's coming more into the light a little bit.
If he didn't have the vitriol against him, motherfuckers would be banging his music. So now that's another person. That's another person. Can you separate?
Can't come to the front.
Right, but the thing about it is, listen. Can you separate now? If we could say Diddy, R. Kelly. Can you separate the musician from the person?
But like I said, I don't really listen to Kanye like that. But he just stupid in some things he
If that's
say
a yes or no, can you separate the musician from the person?
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
No, Branson, she ain't
I
coming.
don't listen to him like that, so I wouldn't.
get what
That's
you
not
said.
somebody.
Just ask a
I wouldn't-
question.
I think because I know a lot of the younger kids still rock with Kanye. I think I know a
He's
lot of
talented
younger
as fuck.
kids rock
He's
with
talented
Kanye.
as hell, so.
It is, and I'm like, is it maybe the generation, like, you know,
History.
older generation of black people that are like, Kanye, I can't rock with you like that.
It's him seeing him now. We watched his changes.
It's because the older generation, when you start attacking black history and stuff like that, that's a major turnoff. Now, as far as the younger generation, the reason why they'll still be interested in listening to him because why? They get watered down, whitewashed history. They don't know nothing about anything that happened at least 50 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Because something that happened 50 years ago, if you hear a younger millennial or even younger, they'll sit there and say, "Oh, that was a long time ago." Nigga, I'm 50 years old. We couldn't bought 76. That's the year that black people was able to buy houses in this country.
What you think, Buddha?
Buddha was bumping Kanye earlier, weren't you?
He did that, Buddha.
You know who I was bumping?
What?
Lil 2Z. But no, I don't. I told y'all, man. Ever since Kanye made that left turn, it's just hard for me to. Mental health is real, yo.
Yeah,
like I just think I told you ever since
back him like that.
Yeah, like and it's just hard for. It's just hard.
Like the music was good. During
It was
this
just
period.
and that whole time was that whole music scene doing him that was terrible.
That album,
But his latest album it's okay.
No,
I mean, he has a few tracks up that I could play again. Like that latest project he got out was kind of dope.
I ain't gonna that album that before this one recently, the last one he released, Donda. That was a dope album. I can't even stun on that. I love that. Yeah, Donda was like that, dog. That album was dope.
It's been since College Dropout for me.
So I can't even stun on
He
it.
had a little workout,
Donda,
that second one with his
Donda
workout
album
shit.
was a dope album.
Donda was it.
He ain't been ever since his mother passed. He ain't been the same.
Maybe the Life of Pablo. Maybe possibly that's the
To
last
me, that
dope
was
album.
his last dope
like
album.
the Life of Pablo. Maybe his last dope album.
like I
Everything
said-
after that is you got a song up there I like or something like that. But I just, as in putting my support behind Kanye, I can't. I just can't. As much as I want to see him get better, and we'll visit this down the future. Possibly, maybe I'll change my mind on it. But as of right now, I can't because you said too much painful.
So okay. So again, I'm gonna challenge you right quick. How is it that we can sit here, right? Again, we got politicians. We have the President of the United States who say hurtful things. And we can sit here and be like,
I don't support them either.
That's
so what?
Listen, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you may not support them, but you are in a sense not. You know what I'm saying? You are. What I'm trying to giving them grace. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You are.
Who are we giving grace?
You are giving grace.
Who?
You just because you didn't vote for
Who?
But I didn't say. I just said the people that.
I think they should impeach them all, but
You're
that's
right,
never
they
Nobody's
should.
giving him grace.
I'm not.
Well,
and these people were not giving.
He got an overwhelming.
The
he got
biggest
an
difference.
overwhelming
Hold
voting
on. The
block
biggest
that did
difference
that
in what
put
you're
him in
talking about
office
is that shit we had no control over that. We didn't have control over that. The people who went to vote, they voted, and that's what they got. Kanye, you have a choice.
You do.
You have a choice. This
It's
is
the
not
same.
something.
Both is choices.
No, the fuck it ain't. You're
Both
talking
is
about
choices.
politics where they draw lines and and redistrict and maps and all this shit. And
exactly.
And it takes a whole community, and you have to be involved with it. You're talking. This is entertainment,
Right.
not politics.
But what I'm saying is we can come collectively to agree that somebody that's doing something that's not right to whatever, admonish them, don't support them, whatever the case may be. Though now when it comes to what I just put a pose out there, it's like we can still come up with the same energy and everything and still push forward. Simply like doing here within the state. That's all.
You drunk?
I don't know what he's talking about.
No, I ain't drunk.
You drunk?
Cause I'm trying. You see, I'm listening with intent.
Don't even do that because you just sat over here talking. What? Look like you doing pretty good myself, there. That thing gone right there.
But, like I said, I think the younger generation, like you said, they'll be more willing to let that slide.
They don't.
We're
I
don't rock with
They
that
don't know.
like
They
that.
don't because like I said, younger generation doesn't know history.
Music was dope.
They're gonna listen to the music.
Some of the things that you said have pretty much like just taken me off being a Kanye supporter like that. I just wanted to throw that out while we were talking about going to see Diddy. Would you go see Diddy?
Yeah, I'll go.
I
see him.
wouldn't. I'd have to say pause.
What he did for you not to go see him?
I just wouldn't see Diddy before all this. I've never been a huge Diddy fan, and now
It's
if he
more
was
of a bad boy, like it's not just
Yeah.
Diddy, it's more a bad boy. If he
Or
was a
just
bad boy,
music
yeah.
in general. He got an influence in music in general.
Yeah, he do.
So that's what I'm saying. So
I mean-
go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Diddy is just now one of them artists I check for in a live performance. Not saying it wouldn't be dope. I'm sure he has a live.
You know he gonna bring different people
Yeah.
on stage.
Okay.
It's not just gonna be him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Well, I would need to see who's gonna be on stage
It's
with him
gonna be a
before I would
lineup.
put my hard-earned money down. I would need to know Diddy and who else. It would have
it's
to.
gonna be
say-
Diddy and friends.
Nah, I don't- Puff Daddy and the family.
All right, what else we got?
All right. I wanted to move on because Rick Ross was in the news again, beefing with his boy 50. But this
Trolling.
time he wanted to give 50 some money.
The biggest boss, Ricky Rose, and I got a business offer for the diabolical genius. I read yesterday that Young Buck's catalog is worth $725K for the entire catalog. Cool. I can only assume that Lloyd Banks is worth about the same. So I say, thank you. So I say, let's make it and keep it simple. Throw Tony Yayo in there. I give you 1.5. And let's say for the, I don't need the entire G-Unit catalog, but beg for mercy. Let's keep it simple. I'll give you another 500K for the masters of that. So that's $2 million. I'm making a business offer to the diabolical genius. That's $2 million. Boss. And let me know, diabolical genius, let me know if you want the wire or you just want the watch and the pinky ring. It's the same thing. You let me know.
You go ahead with it.
Yeah, so it's
I was
been
gonna
making
say,
the
get
rounds
that,
again.
Get that money to fucking gunplay.
Yeah.
Why give that to gun? Why
Get that money to gunplay.
Why give it to him? Why give it to him?
That's your man.
No, your man been talking shit. He biting the hand that feeds him too.
Oh,
what we doing?
Nigga, he's stupider than Pooh.
Right, he bite the hand that feed him too.
Gunplay. So no, I can't say he's stupider than him.
So
But
listen,
there's a parallel.
So with
I'm like,
so
all gunplay.
so what we need to see here is you YNs, right? When niggas give you clean money, more money that you probably seen in the whole entire
life,
year,
yeah.
nigga, that means you owe that man or woman your fucking life. And if you smart, you change not only your fucking life, but generations after that.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all need to, once you make that, like I said, once you make that clean $1 million, nigga, you no longer a street nigga.
Okay, so we can skip past that.
Yeah.
topic there.
All right. I wanted to move on because there was some major news this week in the world of R&B following, I guess, the verses with Tank and Tyrese, which was the big news. This is a little bit bigger because Usher and Chris Brown are teaming up.
It's time
So it's gonna be called the R&B tour for Raymond and Brown. Chris Brown and Usher are teaming up just in time for tax season. So get ready to go broke with purchasing tickets for that.
Who is the headliner?
It's co-headliner.
Yeah, they might not do like a certain headliner.
Yeah, on a show like that, you can't have Usher as the headliner and Chris Brown. No, they're just co-headliners.
Yeah. And I might just spend money for that one.
Who cares? That's a bag.
Yeah.
That is a bag.
It doesn't even matter. That's going to be a major fucking tour, big bag. If you let your girl go, don't get her nothing up close. I can tell you now, don't get her nothing up close.
Yeah, I ain't going front. The music going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Boy, that concert going to be.
Shit, I'm even thinking about going.
Look, we'll see what ticket prices look like. It's not coming to Raleigh though.
And
we don't know that.
In the borough.
The dates haven't been announced.
Charlotte got a date. I know that.
I'm about to say, if it ain't gonna be, if it ain't Charlotte, probably the borough.
It's coming. It's coming to the state for sure.
Well, I like
the state. Yeah, this city though.
I'm definitely going to look into
top 5 in nightlife.
Come on, we top 5, nigga. Don't be shitting on our city. We top 5.
We have
nigga.
everything here.
We nationally ranked.
Yeah.
Put some respect on our name.
I mean, no doubt, Cardi here tonight and stuff. But
yeah, Cardi here. So we got motherfuckers that come through here now. Did Chris Brown came through here?
The city down.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, he could be like, hey, bro, we need to go back to the office.
He had niggas driving on the side of 440.
Right, exactly. He had niggas leaving their cars. Leave their car. He like, nigga, we need to go back to Raleigh. What? Raleigh.
Hold on. I hope Raleigh be ready if they do come. Like, you know, what I'm saying?
that was
Usher and Chris Brown.
Right, exactly. He coming back to Raleigh.
And he bringing Usher with him. Y'all better be ready this time if it comes.
I wouldn't be surprised it wouldn't come. He sold out.
Yeah,
so anywhere you go, anywhere
she
you go,
sold out months ago.
Mm-hmm. So in addition to this, Chris Brown announced that his new album Brown is slated to arrive May 8th, and that's the name of his album, Brown.
All right, Brown.
Are we still? And nothing against Chris Brown, but are we still checking out albums like your catalog? Yes. Your catalog's been solidified.
Chris Brown has no classic.
He has no classic album. We already talked about that. He got features. Yeah, he got hits. Yeah. He has no classic album.
That's the Busta Rhymes. You have hits.
Yeah, that's the
Busta Rhymes.
I don't know.
The Busta Rhymes.
I don't know. I like the.
We had this argument.
You're right. I said that was a classic of me.
But you know, Chris doesn't have a.
He doesn't have a classic.
I don't think he's got a classic in him.
Yes, he do.
What you mean?
Why don't he?
Bro, you can't keep making all these hits.
You can't keep hitting all these massive hits.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You don't have a classic
You
album.
got hits for generations.
Busta did it.
And you haven't managed to put it together yet.
Right. I have a disagreement.
He doesn't come up with a classic album. Nothing against Chris. He got enough hits that it doesn't matter about your classic album.
But there will be a lot of people that says Busta do have a classic album. So I'm just going to leave that and move on from that. That's all I'm just going to say. But Chris Brown, for him to have a catalog of hits and don't have a fucking damn one classic album. Yes, the fuck you do. When you're teaming up with Usher and he has classic albums,
what's that got to do?
It has a lot to do with it.
So your one classic album and my 35 hits.
He got hits too. Usher got hits.
Not saying Usher don't.
Right.
But Chris Brown has hits too, and a lot.
Usher has hits too.
They both have hits.
They both have hits.
But
massive catalog.
A long one.
It doesn't matter because Chris Brown is.
You're lowering the bar. That's what you're doing. If you got Usher here who has
more than enough hits that he don't need a classic album.
If you got Usher here who's supposed to be passing the baton on to Chris Brown, right? You got one person who got at least, in some people, he got multiple.
You think that Chris Brown has more hits than Usher?
No. But at the same time, they both have hits. They
both
fire.
have mega hits.
They got mega hits. Now you got to have now what separates them? What separates them?
Genres about the same.
What separates them? Classic album. He doesn't have one.
Yeah. So in addition to that, Breezy is coming off the Breezy Bowl, which last year sold close to 2 million tickets and grossed close to $300 million over 49 shows across North America and Europe. So Chris Brown is getting that guap. He said, "I just made $300 million, and I'm about to make some more with Usher." And whatever the money is going to be on top of that money that he made. I don't know how much he takes home of that $300 million. I'm probably sure maybe like a quarter or half of it, but
at least half.
Yeah, at least half. But yeah, he's going to get some more money with Usher. And I'm just
classic album.
Yeah, and the dates have not been fully announced, but we do have Miller 15 in the chat saying July 17th in Charlotte.
Yeah, I told y'all, Charlotte already been locked in.
Oh, okay.
Charlotte already been locked in.
That's going to be interesting to see.
Hopefully they bring it to Raleigh. Raleigh deserves it.
I don't think they're going to come
He
here.
came to Raleigh last time. I think he's going to go somewhere else. Because a lot of people in Raleigh was mad at him because they didn't make it to his concert.
That's on them.
That was
on
his
them.
fault.
That wasn't his fault.
Raleigh fault.
I know it wasn't his fault.
You can't even say it was Raleigh's fault. It was their fault. Because they opened up gates. They opened up gates early for a fucking reason.
Exactly. Everybody was trying to leave at the
They
same
wanted
time.
to leave late.
You know
that
you know
Nick,
how
that
CP time works?
exactly.
You know how
CP time backfired their ass. You want to show up late, so like, oh, bad bitch in the house. You got your ass is outside.
Interesting. Okay, well, shout out to Breezy and Usher.
Usher
Their
Raymond.
tour be successful and nobody gets shot and they make lots and lots of money. Speaking of shows, Trick Daddy was in the news earlier this week for his performance with the AKAs, where his mic got cut off because apparently his performance was a little too risque for this, and people were questioning why they booked Trick Daddy for this event when previous people include Mint Condition. So they were a little curious as to why Trick Daddy was selected. But of course, the director of that region of the AKAs threw Trick Daddy under the bus and said she gave him a playlist of songs to play, to which Trick Daddy vehemently denied.
To whoever your organization is, I don't care if you're the director, the president, I don't give a what you is to this organization. Don't use my name to clean the save face for your motherfucking stuff. Don't lie on me. The AKAs had their regional conference in Orlando, and they booked me. So the girl name is Tiffany Moore something. Tiffany, the director, the Southeast region, the director. You should have stayed off social media, put my name involved in there, because I heard you running for some type of office or something. I would get on your every day until you won't motherfucking win. Don't play with me. Don't play. That's right. So I'm performing for the AKAs, and yeah, I do jump on the. That's one of my records. You should have known that when you booked me. But don't put out no statement talking about you told me what the motherfucker, you gave me a playlist. You can't give me no motherfucker playlist. This ain't your wedding.
So that was Trick Daddy.
You know he telling the truth.
Yeah. So yeah, basically the conference was the South Atlantic Regional Conference for the AKAs in Orlando. And this is where Trick Daddy did his performance. This is where Trick Daddy got his mic cut off for his performance that caused some of the women to leave the conference. Yeah, a lot of people across the country who are familiar with the situation are wondering why Trick Daddy was booked.
Because that's generational. That's generational content. You got some of the older AKAs that was well in their 60s and 70s. They forgot about them.
But they know what Trick Daddy about. They know what his music
Yeah,
about.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
You're talking about the age gap. The person that hired them was probably around our age. You know what I'm saying? Probably around our age, and the ones that got offended, they're 10 or 20 years older than us. So they're not fucking with Trick.
But I still, Trick Daddy wouldn't be, I understand, the times and the places and stuff, but that's still not somebody that would.
Hey, if you hire me knowing what I do, I'm doing what I do.
Of course, and he did what he's supposed to.
And it's not like he was a surprise guest or something. Like he just like showed up. And was
they
like,
knew
oh, shit, Trick Daddy here, let him perform.
They knew he was going to be performing.
And you know what songs are possibly going to be performed.
Well, somebody didn't do their research about who he was.
Exactly.
So that's
what I'm
them.
saying. Like they didn't really study the situation. Like
Yeah.
This is Trick Daddy we talking about.
So yeah, apparently regional director who Trick Daddy called out was Tiffany Moore Russell, and she was the one who decided to cut the mics and cited that he had a disrespect for the organization and for the brand.
Somebody was putting that
Call
shit
him
to her ear.
bitch, but that's Trick Daddy. He
Yeah.
disrespects people.
Now, there was a lot of performance footage that was being shared across the internet that showed people having mixed reactions. We saw some people getting up and leaving, and we saw some people at the front of the stage dancing and rocking along with the performance. So not everybody at the conference had the same thing. So
this is the thing.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have like a
board to
where
meet and
everybody gets
agree
together
on.
and be like, okay, this is who we bringing in for whatchamacallit. We're gonna bring Trick in. And
Do anybody agree on it or not? So obviously she had first, second, and final say. She didn't check the temperature.
Yeah.
Like
put a
you
thermometer
thought you was creating this atmosphere for you and your girls. You forgot about your mamas and somebody grandmamas.
What song did they cut the mic off on? That's what I'm curious. Like, what song they cut the mic off?
Don't tell us.
Which one did they cut the mic off on? You know they let a couple slide. After the first like 2 songs, they're like,
it won't Thug Holiday. We can say that. It wasn't that one.
or I'm a thug.
Right, right.
Yeah, it definitely had been that nigga.
Yeah.
That probably
okay,
that
now
probably took them to the ass.
Now, in addition to this, there was a part of the conference that didn't make as much noise, but was just as controversial. Luke performed. Luke, yeah. So Luke was at the conference and he performed as well. Now, apparently, there wasn't as much fanfare.
Hold on, now you complaining about Trick, but ain't got nothing to say about Luke.
And Luke,
like
was the
you
one
let
made
Luke slide
Trick,
through.
really.
Come on,
baby, you know that's where the music come from, Luke. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
So I guess you could say with Trick Daddy
Selective
and Luke,
rage.
they're trying to keep it Florida based.
Yeah,
so that's
I can
why
see that.
selective rage.
So that's why they were bringing Trick Daddy and Luke, just to kind of celebrate Florida hip hop. But still, you know who these people
And
are.
you know what it's about.
And then
so.
how did you stay through Luke's performance and didn't stay through Trick Daddy's performance?
Yeah.
Right.
Cap did coming. Cap did coming. Cap did coming.
Or I don't know. Maybe maybe now listen now. I can see this now because Luke is running for office in Florida.
Okay, well, one reason they said is it looks like Luke did appear to censor his set.
Exactly. That's why I was about to Gary say. He censored his set
And
because
Trick didn't.
he had because he has self-awareness, and the reason why, because he's down in Florida, he's running for Congress. So that's another reason
You know
why.
how hard it is to censor a Luke set?
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't imagine that. Censor a Luke set.
He found a way. He found a way.
Take out every other word.
Yeah, he pop that vaginal crevice, baby. Yeah, so Luke, but he censored his set.
And
Trick
that
Daddy
don't even sound right.
It does.
A censored Luke song.
That don't
You're
even
right, but
sound right.
again, but like I said, if you pay the bigger scheme, he's running
No
for
doubt,
office.
no
So that's
doubt.
the
But
reason why.
That's
just
every other
optic
word.
wise, that don't even sound
Like I
right.
said, every other word is a sound effect.
You right, but again, he's a grandfather. He's running for politics. He's
And
running
the
for
same
politics.
Luke who fought the government
And
to
won.
get this stuff out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Just don't.
But
don't sit right
he's
optic.
running
doubt,
he's
no
running to
doubt.
be part of the government now. So he got to set a different tone.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, so in addition to this, there's been talk of just culture clashing because the people selecting Trick Daddy to perform were fans of his when he dropped in the 90s. So what you're seeing is also an update of musical preferences.
I just said we talking about grandmas and great grandmas that was there, 60 and 70
Trick
years
hasn't
old.
been
They
hot.
wasn't feeling that
Trick
shit.
hasn't been hot in 20, 25 years.
I remember when he put out that porn tape.
No,
Trick that he was in porn, y'all ain't know that.
I ain't know.
We know that.
He put he was.
I ain't know that.
He had a
Who comes in saying, you seen that Trick Daddy
He had
tape?
Yeah, I don't know. I
He
ain't
was
know.
on
Some
one
rappers
back
in
in the
porn.
day. He was one of the the
I
sexy
have.
Okay.
Trick Daddy.
I've seen some rappers in porn.
Wonderful.
I have.
We all have. You've even seen them try to rap.
So like I
badly.
said, the reason why they was able to digest Luke because he censored his and Trick didn't.
Yeah.
If he
I don't
senses
think
his,
Trick
he
know how to censor anything.
he wasn't. He ain't had no attention. That's an ignorant ass nigga.
he's a street nigga.
Now
That's
he
a street
now
nigga.
that's that he's a street nigga.
Yeah, he a street
That's
nigga.
he's
Yeah.
tethering between
Business
and going down that rabbit hole.
He's
Restaurants
still
and all
a
the type
street
stuff he
nigga.
got going on. He's.
Yeah, so this was just an interesting talk to bring up just because I thought it was a clashing of culture, and ultimately I think the director tried to throw Trick Daddy under the bus to save face because it didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
So shout out to Trick Daddy, man. Let's go ahead and move on because I wanted to discuss the baby. The baby was in the news this week. Threatening fans after rejecting a painting of his daughters. Yeah, so the baby apparently ran into a fan when he was at a club. Was he in Charlotte when this happened, or this was Atlanta?
Yeah, it was ATL.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was in Atlanta visiting a club. A fan rolled up on him with a painting of his two daughters, and he ignored it. And then the fan kept, I guess, being persistent with it, showing it online. And that's when the baby decided to address him and return his thoughts, just letting him know in a not so subtle manner. He's a concerned father, and he doesn't appreciate it. So there's just been a back and forth with that throughout the internet this week, and I'm not really understanding why people are giving the baby feedback on this. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I know.
You got a lot of people saying what he's saying, that he's right as a parent, as a concerned parent,
which I think he is.
Me personally,
I see both sides.
Me personally, there's points on both sides. One, if you are a famous person, right, and you put whatever pictures you put out on the internet, guess what? Unless they're making money off of that, you really can't do anything. You can ask him, and he was asking, but kind of like threatening him at the same time. Like, you know, how you gonna ask another man to take it down, but you talking shit? You know what I'm saying? Which you gave fire to the whole shit. You feel what I'm saying? But he did say it. He went behind the scenes and asked him to take it down, whatever the case may be, and the dude didn't refuse to.
Yeah.
And I see both sides of it. I don't think the dude meant to be, I don't think he was trying to be funny or belligerent.
Nah.
I think he was just, you know what I'm saying, thinking he was doing something nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he wanted to go viral for his shit.
Yeah. I don't think he was like he was really trying to offend him or anything. I just think he was really just trying to do something nice, and it was taken the wrong way.
All he had to do was
at the
just
same time as being the parent, like, why you pick my daughters and not me? You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of understand both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he was trying to be like.
All he had to do was just take the damn picture. That'll be the end of it.
Well, regardless, the energy that the artist was trying to send out wasn't reciprocated by the baby, and I feel like at the end of the day, he should take the photo down, regardless of what his intention was. And when he did,
just send it to him or some shit.
He would have took it down if he hadn't come off as you asking me, but you are threatening me at the same time, and you doing it on the internet. Now, to be fair, the baby, for what he said, he went behind the scenes and reached out to him and asked him to take it down, and he didn't.
Yeah, so that's where that came from. So the baby decided to release a statement, just basically defending his stance on it, where he was basically saying that he was warning the man. First and foremost, I'm not the type of father that's into grown-ass men discussing my daughters, painting pictures of my daughters, taking pictures of my kids. I don't play like that. If you play like that, to each his own. Number two, I'm not accepting no painting of my daughters outside of a nightclub. Number three, you feel the way about the principles I stand on with my kids and how far I go to protect them. That ain't none of my concerns. And, he just basically said, take the picture of my daughters down and continue using your God-given talent to do something else. He said, because this is not the route you go. He said, if God puts me back in front of you, I'm going to show you how serious I am about my daughters. Yeah, and the baby's very serious. He was serious about himself in that Walmart. So this ain't a dude you really want to piss off. I would take the photo down personally and just leave it alone. But yeah, I don't agree with rolling up on a nigga at a nightclub showing him a picture of his daughters. That is kind of a little odd. But I also understand that might have been the only opportunity the artist may have had to present it to him.
I think that's what it was. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it was anything malicious or him trying to be, creepy or anything like that. I think he just probably found something that he thought he loved. And, you know what I'm saying, painted, and try to give it to him.
Well, I can honestly say, man, that's a no-go. I would never recommend anybody painting anybody's children or dead relatives because I find both of that creepy, but especially the dead relative.
There's a lot of people like that does that.
Yeah, I know.
And then go deliver it to the people.
I know. That should be pissing me off. Like, you don't know how that person feel about that person being dead. You don't know how he might get offended. I don't know.
Triggers them.
Yeah, or triggers them. You don't want to play like that.
And
so
always ask first.
Yeah.
Because if he would have asked first, you know what I'm saying, he might have been like, all right, dude, okay, yeah.
Well, he would have still did it.
I mean, he'd still put but still, if just the thought, if he's asked, is it okay if I do this?
And he would have got no, and he wouldn't have got the attention he got.
So he would have found something else to do. Like, play with something safe.
Nah, I think dude purposely put it on his page that second time.
The second time, yeah. The first time, it probably wasn't, like I said, it wasn't malicious.
Yeah.
It was nothing he was trying to do to piss him off or make him mad. I think he was just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, look, I painted this for you type thing.
I mean, he's also not first artist to paint somebody's famous because there's other artists that done that, but other famous people didn't take it offensive. You know what I'm saying? Most of them accepted the art. And they got a picture with him the whole nine. So he felt and thought like he could do the same thing with the baby. Only difference is the baby ain't like the rest of them. He don't move like that. That's all.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and move on. Because Jake Paul was in the news this week. Yes, indeed. Jake Paul was...
Isn't his mom supposed to be still healing up? But
yeah, he's saying he's been contacting makeup artists to film a response to Drewski's viral skit regarding conservative women in America. He admitted on a podcast with Theo Von that he was trying to get back, I guess, at Drewski for the conservative white woman skit. So he's looking for artists that will put him in blackface, and he's going to, I guess, parody Drewski. And Paul admitted he thought this was funny, and he was going to look for it. And I'm just curious to know why he thinks this is a good idea.
Especially as a comedian on top of that.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with a comedian. And then the thing that you got understanding is some people can say, nigga, what the fuck you doing? You out of pocket. You copying, you stealing from black culture with the big chain, the haircuts, you know what I'm saying? The actions, bravado and stuff like that. So, some people take issue with what you're doing. So, again, I wouldn't fuck with a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Leave them people alone because they can roast your ass.
They've been doing blackface since way before whenever. It's been so long they've been doing this from back in the day.
It's a difference blackface.
Yeah, I mean it is. But see, what Drewski's doing is comedy. What he is doing is not comedy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between it. He's trying to be funny about it. And they think they're pissing Drewski off and making him mad or nothing. This is just viewing him up. This is funny to him.
And Drewski is part black and white because he showed a picture of his white grandfather.
So that's why he easy, can go back and forth because he both cultures.
He both cultures.
But he's been everything. He's been a Latino. He's been Spanish. He's been, he's been everything.
He created parody on everybody.
So it's not like he just point one person out, and then when it came to the conservative white woman situation,
he hit two of them.
It
was two of them he hit at one time.
It was two, and they just, just put it on one.
Mm-hmm.
But until they saw the other ones,
right.
Now all of a sudden it's this, that, and the third. Like, no, that's what he do. He does comedy, and what you're doing is not funny.
Exactly. So what I was saying is this is the issue with blackface versus whiteface because whiteface has always been done in the purpose of comedy, whether it was Drewski, the Wayans brothers, Jamie Foxx, or whoever. And blackface was never done with the intent of comedy.
No, it wasn't.
It was intended to mock. But
right.
There have been one or two instances like yeah,
Big Thug. That's the only one.
Yeah,
that was funny. You know, that was different. But
Trading Places. Trading Places.
But aside from that, the most attempts are just done to mock, and that's the main difference between blackface
mock
and
and disrespect.
It's like, where's your heart at? And we already see Jake Paul's mind is not on comedy; it's on revenge. So
since his jaws got knocked loose,
already you're associating blackface with something negative, such as revenge. You're not doing it for the spirit of comedy. You're doing it as a response. So we already know your heart is not even going to be in a comedic mindset. It's going to be used probably to mock Drewski.
So is it fair to say that as black people, right, we need to gatekeep our culture because we're accepting and letting anybody come in our culture, and they pretty much mocking it.
Well, we're not letting them do nothing.
Yeah.
They take it. They've been taking it for forever. What are we supposed to do if they take it?
That's just like the same way you said give grace.
No.
Ain't nobody
And
giving
who
these
are all
people
these
grace.
black people supporting Jake Paul?
It's a lot of people when they look at his fights.
How are you going to gatekeep?
What you mean gatekeep? This is how you do it. Don't support it.
I'm sure we're not going to support it.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to support
Oh,
it.
it's plenty of people.
It's not us that's
Jack
going to be
Jack Harlow, the blackness, the Jazzy incident where a black artist, he want her to go uncredited for music
as a ghostwriter.
As a ghostwriter, and she's helping with he's serious culture votes. So the fact of the matter is, us black people accept these people into our culture. We are patronizing their music and stuff like that, giving them the credit that they're able to do this shit.
I don't understand where the correlation with this and Jake Paul have. We haven't.
It has a lot. The correlation is we accept it by supporting whatever business endeavors that they do. In his case, it's boxing.
We're accepting the black people he's fighting against.
Exactly.
I would never.
When
There's
he got his
nothing.
jaws
I didn't want to
knocked
see him
loose, I was
fight.
the happiest person in the world.
Like, I didn't want to see the fight anyway. I've always been like, if you're a boxer, box somebody.
There's
who's
nothing
a
to be
boxer.
lost about it. The point is,
Who are these people, and why are you saying we? Like, I have something to do with this company.
Like,
if I didn't put a name on it, I did. Why is you all about?
I'm just saying that's why I'm confused.
If you patronize in their business adventure and they're using black culture as leverage,
I don't fuck with culture vultures. I know a lot of them.
Okay, but he's part of it because if he's able to see
But
here,
we don't support him.
If you do when you watch his matches,
we don't.
If you watch, I said if you watch. So which part? What part?
When I watch
his
Anthony Joshua knock this nigga jaw loose, are you telling me I'm supporting him?
Yes, you did.
I'm not watching
you
it
did.
for Anthony Joshua to break his jaw.
I don't understand this.
But is it his event? Isn't it Jake Paul's event?
I don't know whose event it was. I didn't watch it in general, but I'm just saying.
It's on Netflix. It's Jake Paul's event.
I don't want
when
Jake,
you watch
I don't want
it,
Anthony
you're
Joshua
supporting
to get
him.
some money.
I get what you're saying. The point that I'm making is people like him able to talk like this. Him, Jack Harlow, when they talking about they feel like they're like us and they're not, and they feel comfortable to talk like this. Because why? If he can sit here talking about, oh yeah, I need to make up. I need to say what? He just said I feel blackness.
That don't mean he gonna put on black.
That's not what I'm. That's not.
From what I know, now hold on for that.
Wait. Him making that comment to white podcasters is out of line.
What I think he was being sarcastic when he said that.
Want to put on black.
I think he was being. I think he.
A lot of people didn't take that.
No. But from what I've heard about Jack Harlow from several interviews is he is a very sarcastic individual. So I'm not saying that you're right or wrong on that, but I'm just saying that particular statement that he made about I've gotten blacker, I feel blacker. I personally and from the white people that I do know personally, I just think he was being sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, again,
he ain't gonna put on blackface. You know what I'm saying?
The point, the comment, but the comment that he made,
the
comment that he made is out of line. Regardless whether he put a black face on or not, he's out of line. You are a white artist. You are patronizing. You make black music, and then let's add on top of. I'm just adding on top where you got a black artist who's helping writing your black music, and you're trying to tell them they can't even get credit for helping your shit. That's culture vulture. That black artist is helping you get the status that you are. So when we have these white artists coming in black culture, they're using our black culture to make money, and they're able to talk sideways how we check their ass by not damn supporting
The
their
whole
asses.
thing that we're talking about now is with Jake Paul. And with Jake Paul, it's not going to be us supporting him. It's going to be white people. It's going to be more than likely the white conservatives who are going to support this because of what Drewski did. It's not going to
Same
be
people
us.
who supporting
we're
Trump.
Not going
Like,
to be,
we're not out here
going
supporting
to be
Trump.
looking out for this Jake Paul. Now the Drewski skit, if he does do one about, I'll definitely checking that one out. But like they said, I'm not checking out for Jake Paul because I know you're doing this out of a place of hate, petty, and stuff like that. You're not doing it out of a place of making people laugh and, lifting people up. You're trying to denigrate the man. You're trying to make fun of Drewski.
It's not him. It's just black people, period.
But we have nothing to do with that. Like, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. We're
right,
just
but
not
when
gonna
he's
fuck with it.
saying he wants somebody, he want to make a black face. He's not only attacking Drewski. He attacking black people
So
in
what you
general.
want us to do? Beat him up?
Nigga, I just said he already got beat the fuck up. The next step is don't support his shit. So the next time he bring an event on Netflix, nigga, don't look at it. That's all.
That supporting him?
There's plenty of them. Plenty of niggas that look at his shit.
If you get somebody up there that I think
Only
can
reason
bust
I
your
watched
fucking
was
head down to the
Tyson
white
and
meat.
The other fighter. That's the only reason.
There we go.
You gonna fight somebody I think that's gonna bust your head down to the
Okay,
white
so
meat? Yeah, I'm pay for it. But if
all
it's
right
a
then.
sucker
So
fight, no.
all right then. So you part of what I just said. You watch it. If it's somebody that's interested, that even though you want to see him knock his ass out, you are supporting him regardless.
But I can't be supporting the other boxer.
The point is, his name is on the shit. Even though Joshua or whoever else that fights him get money, it's his shit. That's what I'm talking about here.
So we aren't supposed to support Anthony Joshua.
You can support
let me say it the right
Joshua.
way. We weren't supposed to support Anthony Joshua because he was fighting Jake Paul and Jake Paul's name was on that ticket.
Jake Paul is name on the ticket, in the middle of the ticket, and behind the ticket. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
not what I asked.
That's what I said.
But that's
That's
not
what
what I
I've been
asked.
talking about the whole
I
entire
just
time.
asked you a
I
question.
answered it. I sat right here and
So we
said,
can't
"Don't
support Joshua.
No, you support
So we
him,
can't
but you're
support
not.
Anthony
If you
Joshua
watching Jake Paul
because
shit,
Jake
you're
Paul-
supporting him. You're proving my point. So the ones that said who niggas is not support, you the nigga, because you just sat here and admitted. So we supporting Joshua. That means you're going to support him too. You're proving my point. Let's go on.
Yes, indeed. So,
Is this like the Target boycott? Because I don't go to Target anymore.
All right, you just proved my point, like I said. Regardless of what I'm saying.
I didn't watch the fight, so I couldn't have proved that point
Okay,
either.
so then
That's why I'm asking.
So you said, I answered it. I said, if you watching.
I didn't watch it.
I said, if you watching. If.
See how gatekeeping
But I have
gets
I
you
just had
all-
the question.
No,
I-
gatekeeping don't get you.
gatekeeping
No,
gets you all
no,
riled up.
they
That's
don't
why
get
we
you
can't
riled up. It don't get you riled
I
up.
can't
The point is, when you're sitting here, it's being said point blank. If you want to check this shit, don't fuck with it. If you fuck with it in any capacity, that means support somebody else that just so happen gonna knock his ass out. He's still getting the fucking money at the end of the day. It's still his shit. That's all I'm just saying.
yes, indeed.
Go
Yeah.
Buddha.
So he's gonna get that money whether I watch it or not.
Yeah.
Did I not just say it like 10 times?
So whether I watch that
didn't I just say
fight
10 times
or
this made it
not.
prove my point?
I don't. No. I'm just trying to make sure I understood
Buddha.
this.
Buddha.
Leave it alone.
Buddha, please.
Yeah, leave
it
alone.
Let's go to something. Let's go to
Bro, you know
another
my
time.
brain get the-
I know.
Okay.
I know. And you probably a little wires. Nah, we'll just go.
Yeah.
Shout out Kelly Joe.
You the birthday.
Yes, he is.
All right, let's go ahead and move on because I wanted to get into sports. Namely, this week has been a crazy week for college basketball. There was 2 championship games. Shout out to
The UCLA Bruins.
Bruins.
Shout out
Yes.
to the UCLA Bruins,
putting beat
the
down
Lady
on them.
Bruins. I want to be specific. Shout out to the UCLA Lady
putting beat
Bruins
down on the
for
South Carolina
beating
Gamecocks.
my Lady Gamecocks. I mean, just whooping them. It was a whooping
From
too.
the beginning.
Yeah, I can't even say nothing. And definitely-
Congratulations to the University of Michigan men defeating Connecticut. That was a great game as well.
I got a question about that though.
What's that?
Will they go down better than the Fab Five?
No,
why not? They won it all.
it don't matter. Culture wise, that's already been that's already put out there. Nope.
Yeah.
Actually, it was already debated. The championship that Glenn Rice and Glenn Rice and what's my man name?
Neil Robinson.
Yeah. Who?
Ramil.
Yeah, that team is the greatest Michigan team, Wolverine team.
Really?
Yeah, because of what they won, the seed that they was in, and the games they had to win to get to the championship and win the championship because they beat Seton Hall. I remember that game. They beat Seton Hall in '89. Came back and won that game. So they're saying that Michigan team is the greatest Michigan team.
But definitely shout out to the Wolverines.
So,
definitely shout out Michigan.
Yes, indeed. So I wanted to discuss UNC because this week UNC decided to hire Mike Malone as their head coach, replacing Hubert Davis. And Mike Malone's too. His wife is white, and he's very proud of that. So with Mike Malone being at UNC, what does this mean? Because I'm not familiar with Mike Malone.
I can say we were all wrong last week when we were talking about who they were going to pick as a coach. Nobody saw this coming.
All the ones that they won.
Not Nan nigga.
Nobody.
You don't know
saw
Nan
this
nigga.
coming. Nobody.
That's what they should have got.
already knew it wasn't going to be nobody black, but all the ones that they.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just saying this was the furthest pick that we had. Like Mike Malone wasn't even a candidate
Because
to my
the
knowledge.
ones they wanted had signed contract extensions.
Yeah,
they wanted the guy out of Arizona. He signed a contract extension, and then they wanted the guy that May out of Michigan. All the top candidates they wanted signed contract extensions with their prospective schools. So that's why.
Yeah, so what is he going to do at UNC? Because I heard recruits are now interested in coming to UNC.
Well, it's a lot of them is in transfer portal. The only thing that it all depends on who his staff is going to be. Now, only the cachet that he can come in with is he's a former NBA coach. He a champion. He won an NBA title with top 50 with Jokic and Murray and stuff like that. So he knows what it takes to get to the pros and everything. So it's going to come down to recruiting. And outside of that, the NIL money, how much money he got in the war chest to go out here and construct a roster. Because you don't want to be some colleges like Kentucky who shell out $22 million and they didn't make it out of the second round. And then you got teams like Michigan. They spent some money on their roster as well, but the difference is they won it. One thing you got to understand is in this NIL era, it doesn't matter whether it's basketball, football, any damn sport, you're going to have money to bring in players. You're going to have to construct a roster like as if it's a pro team. And on top of that, as we see in NCAA tournaments, it's hard to win a championship with an all-freshman team. Michigan had transfers from other schools, and they had upperclassmen. Upperclassmen is going to be the reason why you win a chip because they have the experience, life skills experience, and to be able to come into an
but see, to keep up with Duke, that long, no. Not to keep up with Duke, that long-term upperclassman. No, Duke brings in one and done.
I understand
and
that.
Duke blows out every team in the conference.
But when it comes to
you got to fight fire with fire and go get these.
But you just saw with Michigan. Michigan didn't win with all freshmen. They had a mixture of freshmen and upperclassmen. Anybody who wants the chip, they have a mixture of freshmen and upperclassmen that's playing. No team within the last 5 years, I'm going to go 5 years, that won it with an all-freshman team. You're not going to do it. Number one, you're only there for 1 year. That's number one. Those who've been there 2, 3 years, 4 years, you know what the grind is like. So the difference is, Michigan team is a perfect example on how you're going to have to construct teams. So when Mike Malone comes in, UNC going to give him a war chest. He's going to have a great staff, a recruiting staff that's able to not only recruit here in the state of North Carolina, but surrounding areas.
Yeah, now they did mention members of the staff that Mike Malone has retained are Sean May, Pat Sullivan, and Eric Hoots. And each of these have been with UNC for years. Yeah. Sean May has been there, I think they said 11.
He been there when Roy Williams was there.
Yeah, so these are all three people who have been a part of the UNC system for a very long time, and not just as players, but also as coaches. So he's working with a very experienced team so far.
I mean, he got to bring some players in. That's what they brought him here for, to bring some players in.
The thing what we discussed was what made Hubert Davis a little unique was he did it without NIL money. That's the whole thing. He came in before the NIL era and during the NIL era. UNC did not give him a deep enough war chest for him to recruit, to get the players. So for him to do what he's done with little to no NIL money, compare 8 miles down the road to Duke, that's a big difference. And it shows. That's all I'm going to say. You got to have the money to win, to
I don't know how
team.
much, because like I say, Duke got Boozer. NIL money wasn't going to do nothing with Boozer. Boozer was coming.
No, NIL did play. It helped too.
No, Boozer was coming to Duke
it helped
regardless.
Too. It helped too. Even though Dad was there, it helped too. I don't care what nobody say. Even though they had an inside track of getting there to Duke, that NIL money played a deal too. Trust and believe. Both of them brothers got paid.
So I look forward to Mike Malone at UNC. So he did sign a 6-year, $50 million contract plus incentives. So he's expected to be at UNC for at least 6 years. But of course, we know contracts get terminated.
Contracts, yeah.
So
he better come in running. He better come in running.
I mean, if he retained three coaches from, like I said, they came from 2 regimes. Then they have the knowledge of the college scene, and Sean May, he's from the Carolina, so recruiting. That's the whole thing.
That's number one, because your star player is gone, so you're definitely going to be coming back with some holes to fill in that lineup.
But they also will have money to construct a roster. That's the thing that you got to keep in mind. That Mike Malone will have money to go out here and recruit the players.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so I look forward to next season with UNC basketball and seeing what Mike Malone can do with the players that he recruits. And, I root for both teams, UNC and Duke.
Oh, you can't forget about State. State got there. They hired their new coach, too.
I see all them boys all the time.
Yeah. Who they hire at State?
Gainey. Gainey, he's a former State hired a former player, Justin Gainey. He was associate head coach of Tennessee, and he come back. He's a State player now. So now State gonna get that man some money. He gonna get some recruiting. So we're gonna see what State and Carolina do about.
Coming to coach.
Wait, what?
Julius Hodges coming to coach State.
Man, don't do that. Put some respect on Gainey's name, bro. I just said he was associate head coach. That means you next in line at Tennessee, and he's good with recruiting. You feel what I'm saying? So you ain't an associate head coach at another Division I school for not a reason. You feel what I'm saying? So all we did was just bring a former player back to where he has the cachet, in other words. So we're gonna see what them Wolfpack and them Tar Heels gonna do. Remember them Wolfpack beat y'all ass, so yeah, keep that.
Boy, stop playing. State did
whoop their ass this year. That's a fact. So they ain't nothing to talk
without their best player.
I don't give a damn. I don't care. You got thumped for 20. I don't care. That's an L.
Damn. But when he played, what happened?
He didn't play. They only played one time.
Oh, well then look. Okay. Malone got to bring some people in next year. I'm looking forward to seeing who he's going to bring, because this first recruiting class is going to say a lot about how you are going to change Carolina basketball.
Yes, and we look forward to it.
We do.
Yeah. So you have any other topics?
I'm ask y'all the topic. I hit Buddha because we didn't do the show last Saturday. Buddha came over here and kicked it with me. You got a guard. Who's the tougher player to guard? LaMelo or SGA?
SGA.
That is not who we came up with.
How SGA is not the toughest to guard?
Because he has help from the refs.
Have you seen some of the shots about you?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
did you see the one I posted?
Yeah, I saw it.
And
watch a high school player gonna try that shit and gonna get
LaMelo had a layup.
But look,
they already ran to the three.
LaMelo Ball has damn near perfected a unstoppable 180 move, and they have already called it. This nigga already has his own move. But the thing I like about Melo, why I say he's gonna be much harder to guard than SGA. Melo want to pull up from anywhere.
Melo gonna
He
have
gonna
you
pull up from anywhere
and have
whether
you
it's,
mad.
whether it's a good shot or not.
The different.
He's gonna pull up from anywhere. He's probably gonna hit
Okay,
that.
that's
dumbass
fair.
shit.
But guess what? SGA leads the all-time record for scoring 20+ points.
That's not the question.
It is, because that means you're consistent.
Cool. That
so I
means
know
you're-
that you can get your.
I know
You
that SGA
consistently are going to get that high post, low post shot.
Run into me all game, running. He gonna run me down to the paint and try to get me to foul him. He gonna do that all game.
But Melo
gonna be doing step back 3, 4 points.
But he's not.
Like
but he's not as consistent as scoring when it comes between the two. It's levels to this shit. That's why he's a champion. He's not. We just sat there and talked about his ass.
That's not
Hold
why
on. We
he's
just
a
sat
champion.
here and had Melo on a hot seat last year.
That's
we just talked
not-
about it.
He was.
He ain't
But
on.
that
He
is
was
not
exactly.
why.
He was. We just sat right here.
That is not
just
why.
last year said he was on a hot seat.
To me-
So now when you picking a two, I'm going with SGA.
And when
I'm
you-
going with somebody that can get me 25
I know exactly where he
points
going.
a night,
And
every
when you
night.
cut this up, Dub, I want to make sure we ask all the listeners, who would you find?
Because I know exactly where SGA is going. I know exactly what he's about to do.
Ball.
SGA, and you can't stop him though. That's the whole thing. Even if you know what SGA going to do, you can't stop him.
All right, because I know they trying to get out on Broadway tonight. I know there's some things popping tonight. Cardi show probably over, so everybody out in the city, Raleigh top 5 nightlife. The weather
76.
is about to be beautiful.
Oh my
The weather is about to be
Look,
beautiful.
everybody half dressed today,
Look,
boy.
They calling for 90 next week,
Right.
so
Motherfucker.
we done made
word?
it. Yeah, they're calling for 90.
I done bought out.
Damn.
Look, you see, I'm dripped up in the pink tonight because I like it warm.
Congratulations to
I guess it's gonna be
everybody.
off-white next week?
We done made it through another winter, and it is now spring.
Oh
and
God, fuck the pollen.
The
You know
pollen's
what I'm
about to
saying? The
end, though.
pollen
It's about to end. We
You
at
know
the
what
end
I'm
of the
saying?
season of that, so.
Cool. Well, it was a good 2 hours and 18 minutes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
subscribe to that YouTube channel.
LLP.
You're the
2001,
birthday.
2000.
It's my birthday.
Oh man, shout out to my goddaughter Kennedy, man. It's her birthday too. Levi
Kennedy, yeah.
V, what up though?
Cool, cool.
Oh, shout out Fire. Fire birthday just passed too. Yeah, shout out my boy Fire.